So this is the adventure Tower of Coins and Swords, the MCDM playtest adventure. And in this adventure, you have to find out who has taken over this ancient tower, what happened to the previous group sent to investigate the tower. The adventure stands with you standing outside the Tower of Coins and Swords, which is an abandoned mage's tower just north of the town of Selton Heath. The tower has stood dormant for more than a century in the marshes of the Grey Waste. It was built by an ancient empire lost to time. The tower's faces display timekeeping devices that nobles call clocks. A few years ago, Tace, a local wizard of great repute, explored the tower and left a note on the main door reading, "Do not enter under any circumstances." The people of Sealton Heath have avoided the tower ever since. Until last week, the tower came to life. Its colorful exterior lights now shine in the marsh at night, and the hands of the clocks turn for the first time in millennia. Sealton Heath's leader, Lady Rana, sent 3 sages, Dara, Willot, and Moira, to investigate. No one has heard from them since they left 6 days ago. You've been sent to find the missing sages and find out what is going on in the tower. You now stand outside the square tower in the humid, brackish marsh as threatening storm clouds gather overhead. The tower looms above twisted trees, the sound of whirring gears audible from within as the clock's faces light up in shifting hues of orange and purple and blue and yellow and green. The tower rises 150 feet into the sky, the clocks halfway up each side. A pair of double doors ground. All right. So, what would you guys like to do? We can start
Do
with
we
the
want
shadow.
to?
What would the shadow like to do?
I think a little bit of scouting. 150 feet tall. Is there any windows? Any on any of the 4 walls?
Go ahead and make a test. So click your token, click that M1, A plus 3, etc. This will be a test to check and see if you can see anything about the tower. So I'll use intuition notice is what I'll use.
Intuition notice. So I'm sorry. What am I clicking
So
on
you
here?
click your shadow token. And you're looking for a button that's like M plus 1, A plus 3.
Got that?
Big long button.
Just click on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you rolled a 7 on 2d6 for your test. You get to add your intuition of plus 2, so you're 9. And then if you happen to have the notice skill, you get to add your first boon. You don't happen to have the notice skill, so you got a total of 9 with your observation.
Okay.
And with that, you can see that there are indeed, well, with 7, you can see that there are some windows. The tower has a few windows on each side of its roof, 125 feet above, but they're barred shut. With a 9, however, you notice some ravens occasionally flying out one of the windows that are 125 feet up on the east side of the building, and you see no bars over there. Would anyone else like to observe? Anyone who wants to observe, click your token, and then click your test button. I'll explain more if anyone else sees better. So the Fury with 12. Okay, with the 12, you see some more Fury. You see that there are tiny bolts of blue lightning that occasionally race down the tower's outside walls. And with the 12, you hear voices, a few high-pitched voices from high above, even above the windows. And the words that are being spoken are too distant to be intelligible. So that's about all you guys can see by walking around the tower and observing. Windows 100, the clock faces are 75 feet up. The windows are 125 feet up. One open window. The roof peaks at 100.
Tom, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
125 feet. How does that translate to squares?
That would be 125.
25.
Yep, 25.
Okay, so that's 25 squares.
Correct.
Okay. I would like to use what I think is a really interesting ability as a human, and I can detect the supernatural.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can use maneuvers outside of combat.
You can. Yeah.
Okay, so as a maneuver, I can open my awareness to detect supernatural creatures and phenomena.
Mm-hmm.
So until the end of my next turn, I know the location of any supernatural object, undead, construct, or creature from another plane of existence within 10 squares. And
Okay.
so I don't know how you would play it, but I guess what I'm trying to say is the conduit is hearing what his comrades are saying about seeing the lightning, hearing the voices. Ravens would just want to have that sort of trigger up for, as we go in here, are we going to be sensing anything?
You do sense something right away. Maybe right at the edge of your senses, something supernatural, something maybe angelic, just the very edge, kind of toward the heart of the tower, maybe 50 feet away, as far as you can sense. There's something there. You can't really figure out much more about that than that. There are no undead or constructs, just that other planar. Right. What
Yeah,
else do you?
I'll share that with everyone.
And I'm guessing we didn't see any other entrances.
Just the double doors. That's the only one. Yep. Nothing
Okay.
around any other side.
All right. Well, if it's okay with everybody, I'll get this going and open the
Okay.
doors.
Let's roll.
You go to open the doors, you find that they are barred. There must be something on the far side holding them closed. You can go ahead, though, and make for me a test, observation, a reason notice. Yeah, make a reason notice test. So 6, and your reason's 3, so you're up to 9, and you're not trained in notice. So with the 9 on your talent roll, do notice something. There are a thin seam where the doors meet. It's wide enough to admit a bladed weapon, such as a sword or a dagger. But you also notice there are multiple tiny holes carved into the door, each hole containing a spring-loaded needle. So a rogue can try and disable that or disarm that with an agility skullduggery test. Someone
Yeah,
can try and unbar the door with a thin blade with a might skill test.
Would I be able to use telekinesis on it since I can
I would think so, yeah.
see it? It has to have a weight of like 3 or less, I think.
Yeah, you can definitely use telekinesis, and we would make that a reason knowledge magic check.
But would that set the trap off?
It
So
possibly
I guess-
could if you failed the check. Yeah, because
But-
you might like jar it against something that triggers
Does
it.
somebody else want to maybe try to disarm it first before I?
Yeah, I can give that a try.
All right. So
I mean, I suppose the benefit of the telekinesis is that you can do that with. Can you do that without being directly in front of it?
Yeah, it's distance
Or
11.
get everybody else off.
Distance of
set
11.
the trap off. Doesn't really matter.
So do you want to
So,
do
yeah,
the
we could all
telekinesis at
right.
distance?
Yeah, so everybody, I guess, move out of the way of the
Okay.
door.
Make a check. You're looking for reason, knowledge, arcana.
Oh, good.
Or I guess it'd be knowledge magic. So you're looking at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the check. So pretty good, actually. That'd be a moderate check, and it is enough. You lift the bar off the door, and you hear it clatter to the ground, or you set it gently on the ground. And now the doors are unbarred.
Excellent
Is
work.
it costing resources to use your telekinesis, or are you able to use that to push the doors open?
It just says a weight of 3 or less, so I don't know how heavy the.
Each
Yeah,
one of
you
our
can push-
characters
you can-
weighs 4.
You can push the doors open.
Okay, we'll do.
All right, so you guys can see.
Another check, or?
No, that would not. No chance of failure there. So now you can see the whole first floor of the tower.
Whoa.
So this tower on the inside, there's a sweltering heat radiating from a furnace that bears a monstrous golden face on each of its sides. The maws gape wide, displaying fire within. You see stairs to the right that ascend around the outside of the tower. Up above, the ceiling, about 25 feet over your head, 5 squares, is made of massive gears that slowly click together. So who'd like to take the lead in the room, and where do you want to go?
I'm happy to try and head in first. I'm going to.
Jerry will be right in the front.
Yeah, as I move into the room, I'm going to take note of the stonework on the walls.
Okay.
And alter my appearance to blend into that stonework.
Okay. I'd like everyone who has knowledge clockwork to make a test for me, please. Knowledge clock.
I think I have that.
Wow, look at that
Yep.
talent. Yeah, that's CW's clockwork. Okay, you note that the furnace is not tied to any of the tower's other devices. It stands alone, so interacting with it shouldn't affect anything else in the tower. That is all you. And then Shadow, you want to note the walls and such. No real adornments in the walls.
Yeah, I just want to use Word Elf Glamour to basically adopt the same coloration and pattern as the walls,
Okay.
and then basically stealth my way in, heading towards these stairs.
You got it. You make the stairs, no problem. Actually, it's the stairs on the right where they start.
Stairs on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the bottom
Yeah,
one. It's on the right. Okay, you
I
head on
see.
over there. No issue. Anyone else want to do anything in the room before the shadow starts going up the steps?
I'd like to.
Sorry, I was
I'd
just
like
saying.
to see.
John.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
DG.
Go ahead.
Dylan.
Okay, I'd like to see if I can see the source now that I'm inside of that supernatural
Right.
presence.
So It's coming from directly above you, and you look up, you can see the ceiling about 5 squares up of gears interlocking and intertwining and clicking together. The stairs wind up around the periphery of the room and go up through the gears, and it's coming from somewhere above them. There's nothing
Okay.
on this level.
Gotcha.
Okay, then next coming in is the talent. Want to do?
I'm going to expect that clockwork.
Okay, check it out. And then Fury, what do you want to do while he's going to do that?
Looking for traps.
Looking for
And I guess
traps.
I
Okay.
will follow up with the elf.
Okay, you can
He's
go up there to the elf.
going to the
And then last, the tactician. What do you want to do?
Same. I'm gonna head over towards the stairs with these other two.
Okay. So you guys were all kind of splitting apart. I'm sure the shadow got a little bit of a head start and was stepping in, backing you guys up as if you were walking there. The shadow was just approaching the stairs when the talent was just coming up to the forge there. When you step in front of the forge there, suddenly there's a great vacuum pulling you toward the gaping maw. You need to make a 12 might test to resist being pulled in. So you click your token, click that test. Oh my god, nice check on the might test. You made
Thank
it.
God. Thank
You rolled
God.
an 11. And then your +1 might. You're able to just force yourself back as the thing was trying to pull you in. So you now know it's dangerous to get too close to the open maws.
Don't get too close to that thing, guys.
You guys were all startled as you saw him almost get pulled in, but then he got his way out. Now, do you want to do anything else here, talent, or follow the rest
No.
upstairs?
Yeah, I'm going to start heading. I'm going to
Okay.
not do
Right.
that again.
You guys can all make your way up the stairs without any other difficulty. Then you two.
You didn't notice if the sages were in the furnace when you were.
No, you didn't see
inspecting
any
it, did you?
sages in the furnace. That would have been a quick end to them, that's for sure. Double checking something here in this room. All right. So you head on up the stairs, and you're going to come up to the next level. I'm going to move you to the next level. Basically, just as the stairs are passing through the gearworks is where you guys will pop into the next level. And when you can see up there, Shadow, are you sneaking ahead at all, or are you guys all moving together as a group?
I'm happy to sneak ahead if you want to scout.
Okay, go ahead and make a test. Move your token where you can see it. Ping you to it. Go ahead and make a test for stealth. Okay.
I have a boon on this.
Not a good roll.
Oh shit! I need a boon on that as well.
1 boon for stealth hide. Yeah, so you got 2, 3, 4, 5 agility, 6, 7 total. Okay, so that is this. Okay, let me look at something up. I think it's a target number versus their base of 7 and their intuition. No, intuition, I think. So I think if they have a positive intuition, a 7 would be seen by them. So I now move you to the level where you guys are coming up, showing you just the stairs so far. So here's where you're coming up the stairs. The stairs basically continue down the wall here, so even though there's not stairs showing, you can kind of have you guys in the order you were in. I assume you give the elf maybe about 20 feet a head start so that you don't interfere with the stealth check?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, take up whatever march order you want behind the elf there. The elf, you're just coming up to where you can see above the gears. You're trying to sneak up there, but then you see someone and someone notices you coming at the same time. And just where you can see. So basically that's where I have the elf in. That's when you can see this room, the rest of the room.
Are we supposed to see numbers?
Yeah, the numbers are like elevations. So this chamber that you come up into.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Huh. Nice.
The floor of this level is made up of massive gears, all of which slowly could chunk into place, interlacing with each other. As they do, massive counterweights connect to a great, shining, spinning gear above, and the weights bob up and down. You see small, scaled warriors who look like a cross between a person and a dragon, controlling the gears. So by the time you get to the square that the elf is on right here, you're at elevation 0. If you're in the where you can see stairs, but they're grayed out, you're elevation -1. The gears are -1 right adjacent to the squares there, then 0 for the main gear at this level. Some are higher, some are lower. You can kind of see. Basically, to cross an elevation, you just need to take one extra square move to cross an elevation. The two with the fire have seen you, the 2 kobolds with the fire, and alert their comrades, and the kobolds attack immediately, like without hesitation, when they see you. So, we will roll initiative. I'll have the shadow roll a d6. If you roll high, you guys go first. Okay, so that the kobolds are going to go first. And what we'll do for initiative, since we're kind of doing this thing where you pick and go back and forth, is just when you want to go, I'll tell you, okay, who's going next, and you click your initiative button. It'll throw you into the initiative. The number won't matter, but it'll tell us you're in the initiative. So the closest kobold's the first one to react. When he sees the elf, he is going to go ahead and do a firecracker, which has got a range of 15, attack on the elf. This does 9 fire damage to you, Shadow. It can also push you, but you're up against the wall. But it could smash you into the wall because you'll have 3 squares of force movement left. So make a DC 10 or a 10 might resist check. It's the same button you use for all your tests.
DC 10. This standard
The
test
one
one.
that's
Yeah.
got all this stuff.
This
Yeah.
one?
Okay,
Yep.
so your might's a 1, so you got a 9.
Mhm.
So you fail it, so you get pushed 3. Now, you're getting pushed against a stone wall, 3 squares. I think you're going to take 3 more damage.
Okay.
I think that's right.
Check.
Down to 28.
Okay. And they are done. Now it's you guys' turn. So who wants to go first? Oh, I didn't have any move, actually. I'm going to back up to there.
Dang it.
I'm happy to go first just to get myself out of any more firing line.
All right, click your button. Click your initiative button. I'll throw you in the initiative so we can see you in. It's the very left button.
So I'm going to use... so I can move... so that's a maneuver. Yeah, so I'm going to take a maneuver to teleport through... is it diagonals?
Diagonals
Use
count as
diagonals
one.
on the...
Yeah, so
Yep.
first click the initiative. That'll throw you in the initiative so we can see you went. And then on your turn, yeah, you can do your
Yep.
Black Ash teleport maneuver. That gets you 3 squares.
Yeah.
Plus you can spend 1 per insight. You don't have any insight yet, so...
Yeah, no, I'll just jump the 3 there. Because that's at lower elevation, I'm going to assume that it gives me some cover from these guys, so I'm going to attempt to hide from them in that
Go for it.
location.
I would roll rage since we started initiative, right?
Rage is start of round. Yeah, you roll d4 for rage, and just add it to your character. And that'd be the top right 0 to start. So you click it, type in whatever you rolled for rage, and hit enter. It'll update it. Okay, so you did your maneuver. Now, what do you want to do for your action?
That's a hide maneuver as well.
Okay.
And
Target number is going
I
to
still
be
get
maneuvers, hide. Enemies with line of effect. They do have line of effect to you, so you have a target number 15 here.
15. Wow.
Yeah, so it's just 5 with line of effect to you.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's that's going to be difficult. All right, maybe that's not such a great idea. Is there anywhere I could go where I wouldn't have line of effect?
You could get like behind the last character, like here or further down the stairs, or if you have enough movement to get to a -2 square here or here, that'd be no line of effect.
Okay. Do you know, I'm just going to back away to there and I don't think I've got anything with sufficient range to hit them. My maximum range is only 4.
Okay.
I'll tell you what is this banister open or closed? Can I duck down behind this?
The banisters are open. They have slots on them.
Okay, fine. Yeah, all right. I'm going to just back away to here in that case.
Okay. So you move and move, or move and hide.
Move and hide.
Okay. Then where are you going to be?
Is this me here?
You're top left on the screen right now.
Top left. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to drop back here.
Move there and hide. Got it. Okay. Then next goes them. So we got this guy with the breakaway. He's going to do a boom helo 10 cube 3 encounter. He's going to get the front 1, 2, 3, 4 characters. He's going to actually target the Fury's square, and then the area effect will be a cube 3 southwest of that square. This boom PLM attack. So he hurls a PLM toward you. It explodes when it gets there, and it does 13 damage to each of the 4 people in front, and it's sonic damage. But I don't think anybody would want to resist sonic.
I have immunity 3 right now.
Oh, nice. Nice. He's done. Next to go is you guys. Who wants to go?
I can go.
All right, go
I'm
for
sorry,
it.
that
Click
was
your
how much
initiative button.
Ding.
Oh, and for all of you that just took 13 damage, click your token. Click your hit points, which is at the top left. Type -13 and hit, and it'll update your. And then conduit go.
Awesome. I am going to step up and can I ask one question? I'm happy to try and look it up, but pulling under force movement, is that particularly straight in the direction of me?
Yeah. Pulling straight towards you pushes straight away from
Toward you in a straight line.
Slide is any direction. Yeah, toward you in a straight line.
Okay. All right. Cool. So what I am going to do is I'm going to move Sorry, I'm just making sure I know what my movement is.
And for the conduit, I'm adding back 13 hit points because, oops, 6 hit points because he couldn't actually target your square at all. He could only get the front 3. So I.
Thank you. Yeah, so I want to move. I apologize. I've forgot about the fact that might want to move. Where do I see how far my movement is?
So your top left button, your initiative +1, S6, 6 is your speed in squares. And as soon as you
6 is my speed.
as soon as you get to here, you can see them. You're in either one of those squares.
Okay. Cool. So then I will move 3 squares. 1, 2, 3, using diagonals in order to get there. And then I am within 6 squares of this guy, so I'll use my my Holy Lance ability.
Awesome.
And you will see me just sort of like reach behind my back and spin around, and you see like a glowing, radiant lance burst forth, and I jut it forward, and it's got a big, long, almost like a fish hook at the end of it. And I reach out and grab this kobold that is sitting right here. I'm going to pull him 3 squares directly toward me.
Go for it.
Let me use that ability, Holy Lance.
Ooh, good damage too. You have no boons or banes, so you got 13 points of damage to that guy. You pull him 3, so you have 3, falls off of that gear onto the lower gear there. 1 square of falling, though, you don't take any damage.
Cool. And then I will look over to the Fury and say, like, sick 'em.
And you gain 2 wrath. Or no, sorry, you gain 1.
It already rolled on my prayer table
Yeah,
for
you
me.
gain 1 virtue and 1 wrath.
I gain 2 wrath.
You've moved 3 so far. You got 3 more squares of movement. Want to move any further?
I do, yeah. I definitely don't want us all to be in the same blast radius again. So I'm going to start to move a little bit closer into the battlefield. I'll move 1, 2, 3 squares over this way.
Awesome. Okay, now they go. One of these two spellcasters back in the back there is going to see you approaching. He's going to try and hit you with a firecracker. That is only 6 points of damage. And furthermore, you might have some cover. Is it grant boons or banes?
I think it's Banes. I might be 2 Banes.
Targeting.
On the cheat sheet, it says creature has cover from you when at least half their body is blocked from you by a solid obstruction. You suffer 2 banes on attacks against creatures who have cover from you.
Okay. We'll count that as 2 banes then, so that's going to be less by 3. Okay. So the 6 comes down to 3 damage to the cleric.
Area of effect abilities and effects are unaffected by cover.
Got it. Okay, cleric, conduit, you take 3 damage, 3 fire damage specifically, as that adeptus hits you with a firecracker. It'll push you 3 unless you make a DC 10 or a 10 might resist. So click your token and click your test button. That has all your characteristics.
That's the M2A1E2 button?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing a might check, so that's only 7. So you get pushed back basically into the staircase, bashes you against the wall there. And you have 2 squares of movement remaining, so you take 2 more damage on top of that force move.
Nice.
He's done, and then next goes the party. Let's go next.
I would like to go.
Go ahead, click your initiative button, add to the initiative, and go.
So I'm just gonna move 2 up here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna brutal slam him.
Nice.
And he has that wall behind him, right?
He does.
It's down 1 level.
Yeah, he's down 1 level.
Nice. Oh, well, he'll like this then. And he'll be pushed 3 into a solid object.
Nice. So he's going to basically take 13 points of damage for that.
And I guess that's it since I
okay.
moved.
After...
But I can move more.
Yeah, you can move.
I'll just move over here so I'm a little bit behind from those guys throwing fire at me.
Okay, the Legionnaire is going to try and rush forward. Okay, he comes running forward. Speed of 6. 4, 5, 6. He rushes to there to attack the Fury. He's got higher ground, so prepare to lose. He runs to there. He's going to do a Gladius stab at you from above. No modifiers. He does 10 damage to you, the Fury.
So 7.
And then he taunts you. And so the taunt condition means that you have 2 Bane to attack anyone other than him, and you can't willingly move away from him. So he's done, and then next is Barty.
I will go.
Go
The
for it. Click
talent.
your initiative, and go.
Move in here. I can see them from this spot.
Yeah, as soon as you clear the darker area, you're effectively elevation 0.
I'm going to do the Dagger of the Mind. It says distance 11, 3 creatures. So they don't have to be like, as long as each creature I choose is within 11 of me, right? It's not like they have to be, okay.
Correct.
So then I'll do the, let's see here. I'll do the little guy to the east of the Fury, and then the 2 fire guys up at the top.
Okay, sounds good.
And that's, is that a test?
You just click it, Dagger of the Mind. There's a button. It's third from the right. There you go. Okay, so you're going to do 8 damage to all of them. They're all going to be dazed till the end of your next turn. Your strain check was a 1.
Yeah, so I'm
Which
going
is-
to take 1.
You're going to actually take 2 strain because it's a level 2 power and you rolled less than it.
Oh, I thought it was the difference between.
You might be right. Just double check your sheet. Whatever it says is good. Okay. So damage is 8 to all 3 of those. So the 2 spellcasters you said, right? And then the small guy.
Yeah, the 2 spellcasters and the small guy.
All right. That small guy's on death's door. Anything else for the talent?
Let's see, I moved pretty much all my. I'll step back 1, but that's.
Yeah, I think you gain 2 strain. The result's
Yeah, I
less
did,
than the
yeah.
powers ordered.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I ask a quick question? Was that considered an attack from the talent?
Yes.
I'm gonna use my triggered action.
Go for it.
So when an ally within 8 squares of me makes an attack, that attack gains 1 boon.
Okay.
Ah.
Very good.
I could attack that guy. I have a triggered action when I get attacked.
Yeah, everyone watch
Right.
your triggered action. So 1 more boon to all
Yeah.
those. 1 more damage to all these guys. Okay. Nice.
It didn't take him down. I thought it might take him down.
Close. Talon's done. Their turn. The other Legionnaire is going to go in initiative this turn. And he's going to come running toward the melee up there. 6. And then he will charge. So charge is you move up to your speed, straight toward your target, and you get a basic attack at the end. So on monsters, they often have basic attacks that also have effects, but when they use it as a pure basic attack like he's about to do, there's no effect. So if you see an effect at the end of this, we'll ignore it. He's going to do the Gladius Stab on the Barbarian. Does 10 damage to the Barbarian.
My telekinetic shield.
Yeah.
The triggered action.
Yeah. Who is that? That's the talent.
The talent.
Go for it.
Uh,
Let's click the telekinetic shield.
shield. There we go.
Okay.
Oh,
Creature makes an attack versus you or an ally in 10 feet. Reduce damage by 10. Nice.
And
Nice
then-
roll.
wait,
and
it's
then
not. It
I
says
reduced
within
it by
10 feet of
3.
me?
I'm sorry, what did you say, talent?
Did it say within 10 feet of me?
Within 11 of you.
Oh, 11 spaces. Oh,
Squares of you.
got it.
Yeah, think of squares for everything instead of feet for everything. So that's a nice long range power. Perfect. You take that damage off. You don't take any at all, and therefore he is done.
I trigger my strike back.
Yeah, go for it. Adjacent enemy attack you or an ally. Enemy takes 7 damage. Spend rage at 3. Do you want to spend a rage?
I'm gonna. Yeah. Can I
Okay,
only
so-
spend 1? I guess I can only spend
Yeah,
1.
it is only
Yeah.
1. So 10 damage?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And I don't think that counts as an attack, so it doesn't suffer the taunts beans that you have going. Okay, that's it. Last party member's turn.
Okay. I'm going to move up here. And I'm going to use seize the opening and allow our Fury to make a basic attack and add 3 to the damage.
Nice.
Okay. So I will attack the guy. Where's my basic attack?
Anything that ends with a
Mighty
strike.
strike. I'm attacking the one above me who taunted me, so I don't
Okay.
have boons.
Okay. So you do 10 damage, 13 damage because of the seize the opening. Tactician, you get to add 1 focus. So your focus goes up
Yep.
another. And anything else?
Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to taunt this one right here.
Okay.
And that's just a free maneuver, and he is taunted until the end of my next turn.
Nice. It's only got a range of 5, so you'll have to do one of the 3 nearby.
Yeah, that's that guy right there.
That guy there? Okay. I'll have to remember who's that. Okay. That is it for that round. Round number 2. They go first again, so we will have the almost dead guy go. He will do his
Is
breakaway.
this the guy that's dazed?
Say
Or
again.
Is that the guy that's dazed?
Oh, good point. I didn't mark the guy that was dazed.
He's marked.
Who did the daze, and do you remember who you did it on?
Yeah, I did it on the little guy and then the 2 spellcasters.
Okay, so daze condition. Oh, and did they make their saving throws? They never rolled them, did they?
Yeah, you had said they all were dazed. I didn't know if you had rolled or not.
Yeah, I don't think I did. And it clicked the button that did that again for me, so I can see the saving throw. Oh, I see. It's a 10 reason. Target's next turn. Okay, so the little guy making a reason check. He's a 10, so he's dazed. We need all new buttons for him. Okay, that's that guy. And then the 2 spellcasters. Dazed and dazed. Everyone that you tried to daze was dazed. And dazed means I think they get
Yeah, they can take an
You
action
can only take a
or
maneuver
An action.
or an action.
Or a maneuver. Yeah.
and no triggers and no free maneuvers. Got it. Okay. So he's going to take his 1 attack
Nice.
on the. Well, he's going to use his breakaway Pelum. This is going to hit the barbarian, and tactician will take the second. So this is a weapon attack. Does 15 to the barbarian. Oh, all triggered actions have reset. In case anyone wants to do a triggered action now.
Yeah, I'll trigger.
Okay, go for it.
Telekinetic shield.
And I will kill him with my strike back.
Okay, telekinetic shield reduces the 15 damage down to 5 damage, and your resistance probably reduces that down to 2 damage, right?
I lost my resistance because I spent the range.
Oh, okay. So you take 5 damage. And then 4 damage affects the tactician. Tactician goes from 47 to 43 hit points. Or health goes down. Then barbarian's triggered to strike back.
I did.
That kills
9.
the cold. Right.
I
When-
took.
Next goes the party.
I'm up for taking the move if I can.
Go for it. Hit your initiative button. So we had initiative.
Yeah.
Go.
So let's.
Everyone, probably click your token and click that H button to recall what how your heroic resources change. Some change every start of a round. So, for example, the Fury should roll because you actually did have rage at the start of the round, Fury. So you did have resistance, so you can add 3 hit points back.
Okay.
And anyone else who has things that start on a round would get theirs. Okay, now go ahead, Shadow.
Sure. I'm going to Black Ash teleport to here, which allows me to hide. And then as my action, I'm going to use Fade to attack this guy. Got that right?
Yep, go for it.
All right. Do I get a boon because I'm hidden?
Let's see. You did Black Ash teleport 3, and hide. So now then you do your button to hide.
Which is just the standard.
Standard test button. Yeah, go ahead and roll that test button.
Yeah.
That's weird that's doing. But that is a success. And then you can roll your fade.
Cool. So this is Fade with a boon, is it?
For being hidden, yeah.
Because of the hide? Yep. Cool. So that's going to be.
And you can
Alright,
shift
so-
before. You'll have to shift. You have to be in the non-black to be up above the gears. So you can shift there and
Sounds good.
do all the damage. You want to do the one northeast of the Fury for 15 points of damage. You gain an insight. Nice.
And I get an insight, I think, for attacking with a boon as well.
Oh, and this is a weapon attack. And these two guys, I've been forgetting this, I think, but they have a special power called Shield. They have weapon immune 3 if they're adjacent to an ally who also has the trait. And they both have that trait. So he's going to get weapon immune 3, so he'll get 3 of that back. So if any of your attacks have the weapon keyword, abbreviated WPN, you're resisting them as long as those two are standing next to each other with their shield.
I can separate them on my next turn. If
Okay,
I go next.
Shadow done. Their turn. Now we'll do the one that is taunted by that tactician. So he's going to attack the tactician. Gladius stab your way for 14 points of damage, tactician.
I'm going to parry that.
If you spend a focus, you have it and reduce it by 7. If you don't, you take 7. So 1
Yeah, I'm
focus is
gonna-
0, 7 if you don't spend a focus.
Yeah, I'm going to spend a focus.
All right, good. So you take 0 damage from that attack. That was his turn. He's done. Next to go is you guys.
I can go.
Go for it. You're
So you in the last round you saw like holy radiant energy emanating from the conduit. This time you see blackish shadowy energy emanating, almost as if you see the glimmering shadow moving around the clockwork and almost moving of its own volition. And the conduit is going to move his full movement. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 to get up on the main gear set. Is that right?
Yep,
And
that's
then
right.
5, 6 to come over here. And then I'm within 8 squares of this kobold over here, and you are going to see the shadow extend out from under me, and the shadow extend its sword and strike against that as I use the what is it called? The punish or terrifying smite ability. So I spend 2 of my wrath in order to do all of that, and he has to make a like a frightening saving throw, or he has to resist frighten with a target number of 11.
Okay. He takes 13 points of damage. Who do you want him to be frightened of? He's frightened.
I'm gonna be pretty consistent here, and say that he is frightened of the fury.
Nice. Okay. Frightened of the fury. Got it. And yeah, he failed his roll, so you got him. Then after you
Awesome.
comes their turn. I'm going to have the other fury go, the one north of the barbarian. He's going to go ahead and
FYI, what that means is that they get a bane if they attack the fury.
got it. They also can't probably move closer to the fury.
No, I don't think so.
No.
That's not a
5e thing. Okay.
Yeah, that's a 5e thing.
Okay. So here comes the attack on the fury from the guy to the north. If he's going to go ahead and do Gladius stab. It's 14 points damage to the fury, and you'll be taunted. And he's done. Your guys' turn.
I can move that guy away from me so they stop getting the immunity thing.
Go for it. And another thing you guys can do is if you're ready to go, you can just click the initiative button. And if you have multiple people, then you can decide who goes first.
And I'll use the
You said the talent was going.
This was the
Fury.
I think.
Fury wants to go first. Okay.
Yeah, I'm attacking the one I taunted by, so brutal slam. Hit him so hard he gets knocked back.
15 damage. Nice. Push 3.
I'll also allow or give a boon to that
Go
as
for it.
well as my triggered action.
That's just the extra 3 there, right?
Correct. Click the button so I know what power does. Whenever you guys are doing something, just click the button. That does it. Right when you're saying you're doing it, we'll have the reference for how it works.
Gotcha. Sorry, I need to remember what it's called. Holy Infusion.
1 + 1 per virtue. So spending 1 virtue? Or just
I'm
doing
not
one?
spending any virtue,
0
just
virtue.
1.
Okay.
Yep.
3 more damage. Okay. Nice. That was a fury now. Their turn. Legionnaires gone.
1, 2, 3, and I'll follow him.
I don't think you actually get to follow. You do if you do a knockback, unless the brutal slam says you follow.
No. I still have my maneuver.
Yeah. Then yeah, you can definitely do a maneuver.
Recover is an action. Actually, I'm going to move down here out of sight.
Okay. 1 chance attack as you're moved away. Does 8 damage to you. Minus whatever resistances you have. Okay. That's your turn. Now it's their turn. We got the fearful one. He's going to go ahead and do a firecracker on Larry, or the conduit. So 7 damage to the conduit, and he'll push you 3, but you got 10 might to resist. Let's roll a might test. Nice roll on the might test. You resist. Hold your ground. He's done. He's dazed, so that's all he can do. And then you guys' turn. Tactician, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to use let's see. So the start of my turn, I get 1 fury focus, which brings me up to 3.
Nice.
And then I'm going to use inspiring attack on the guy that's within melee of me. That's going to be, where is it? Boom, and then our fury is within 5, so he can use 1 recovery.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, sweet.
So Fury, you get to add back 16 hit points and just knock your recoveries from 12 down to 11. Okay, that was the tactician. Now back to their turn. Oh, I like this. I like how if you guys are, as soon as I've done their initiative, any of you who wants to go after them can roll initiative. And if there's more than one of you that are there, then we'll discuss who goes. So that worked out well, having the tactician go right after them. Okay, so the one to the east of the 2 remaining kobold sorcerers is going to go ahead and try and also hit the cleric, the conduit, with a firecracker. That's going to do 6 damage to you, conduit, and a 10 might resist being pushed back. Wow, nice tests. Conduit stands his ground, and I did not add in the talent. Go ahead.
Does he get a... Oh, no. It's just a boon if attacking the Fury. Yep. Never mind. Sorry. Because he was frightened. But all good.
It's here. I'm gonna try concussive slam. Where's that? I'm gonna concussive slam the one. Let's see here. There's one. You can see
Over there? Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try to move him down to the -2, so he falls.
Sliding him 3, 2, 3. So to there.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that moves him all the way to there. He's gonna fall 2, which will take 2 damage and be prone.
Awesome.
Ooh, prone.
That's
it. All right. I think that's it, right? Everyone's gone. End of round, something happens. The gears all kind of chunk into another spot. Any non-kobolds standing on the gears make a 9 agility test or fall prone. Conduit, tactician, 9 agility. So Fury made it. Conduit did not. Tactician did not. So Conduit and tactician wouldn't put prone mark. Just the guy on his hands and knees on your guy. And they will go. So this guy that's taunted by the cleric, I think that's just till the end, or the tactician was till the end of their next turn, I think. Tactician, I think it's this guy. He's going to hop down to here and try and stab the tactician. You'll gain 1 boon because the tactician's prone, doing 11 damage. Remember, all triggers have reset.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my triggered action to
go for it.
Parry that.
Okay. So the damage was 11. I'll drop it down to 5. He's done. Party's turn.
Yuri should
I can probably kill this guy.
go. Yeah.
How does shove work?
So Fury, roll your initiative. Maneuver shove is called a knockback. Creature in reach to get a might or agility to resist. Target number 7 plus your might. So 10 for you, I think. It's the
Yeah.
There's a bane or boon per weight difference. He's a weight of 3. I think you're a weight of 4, so he's gonna get 1 bane on his test. And you knock him prone, or you push him your might, so you can push him 3 squares. There's a hole in that gear. You can push him right in that hole in that gear if you want.
Yeah,
he's already prone. Do you get another bane for that?
I don't know that you do or don't. You would in a melee attack. That doesn't have any problems.
Yeah, I'd like to use the maneuver to push him into the hole.
Go for it. So, okay. So he gets to make a might or agility. He's got might is his best bet. 9, 10, 11, 12.
-3.
What was that?
-3, right?
Oh, right, because he's smaller than you. So that's an 11. I mean, it's a 9. And the test is versus a 10, right? You're a 10?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you're going to push him through the gear, and he's going to fall down, splat on the ground below.
Get bullied.
That was just a maneuver, so you still have your action left.
I'll use recovery.
Right. Nice. Okay. Now they go. That guy's already gone. So one of these 2 guys to the north is going to do. Guy to the northwest going to do a firecracker. Prone. Bane attacks. Grant boon for melee attacks. Bane for your attacks. So okay. So no bane for the attack against you. So on the conduit, it's 11 points of fire damage.
I can trigger. Can I trigger shield that?
Yeah. Nice. Okay. So the 11 becomes 5. 5 damage to the conduit. The conduit a might resist check. Look at you. You're not getting pushed out that gear no matter what. Tactician, your turn.
All right, I am going to use. Let's see.
It's 2 squares of movement to stand if you want to stand.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up, and then I'm just gonna stay in the same spot. 3, 4, and I'm gonna use seize the opening on the talent and allow them to use a basic attack.
Okay. Remember, click that button so we can see it and tell it. You get to make a basic attack.
Right.
And basic attack is telekinetic strike, I think, right? Yep.
Yeah, and you add 3 damage to that as well.
Who you hit with that?
The one next to the
Tactician?
conduit or tactician? Yep.
Tactician, okay. 6 and 8 is 14 points damage. Nice. And
Nearly down.
Tactician gained a focus. That was Tactician's turn. Go ahead and take off the prone marker off your guy. You do that by clicking on your token, clicking the circle directly below your token. And then there's a bunch of status markers. You just find the one that is the guy in his hands and knees and click it off. Okay, then we got the last.
That's a new... This is a new round, right?
Correct.
I will use my Holy Infusion ability to give him that extra... to give him that extra boon on that attack.
I do not see the icon for prone. Is it just old man eyes or what?
You might need to scroll down.
Just so you don't have to scroll. It'll be highlighted with a blue box around it.
Oh, I see it. My scroll wheel wasn't working. And the little slider on the side's the same color as the window.
Okay, so you did an extra boon on the attack, and so Telekinetic Strike is an extra 1 damage. Close. Still there. That was the Shadow's turn now. Or no, that was the Tactician. Now I'm doing the other Adeptus Kobold. His turn. He's going to go for, again, the Conduit. Trying to take that guy. Push him off the gear. Doing 13 damage. 7, 8. Oh, you finally failed a check. So you take 13 damage.
13 damage, you said?
Then he pushes you 3. He's just going to push you 2. All these pushes of 2, 3, etc. They can do less than what it is. So you're just going to push you off the edge. You'll fall 2. You'll be prone. You'll take 2 damage. Crash down, and then the Shadow's turn.
Okay, I'm going to fade, which is the fade. There we go. Fade to 1, 2, 3 to here, and what's he taking there? I'm no longer getting the boon on that, am I? So it's just 14 points of damage.
To the one of us, the
Takes him down.
Tactician. Killed him. His shot.
Okay, and then for maneuver, I think probably it's just sprint at the bad guys, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm going to get adjacent to this guy.
Okay, and then that was the Shadow. Last goes the Conduit. Conduit's turn.
Yeah. I will stand up and get up. So that's 4 movement, I believe.
Actually, it'd be 5 because you'll get 2 to go up in elevation, 1 to go there, and 2 to stand.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then I will also just move 1 additional movement so that I possibly don't get knocked back again. But then I will go and I will use my Blessed Light ability, and so I will attack the guy that's over by the Shadow using Blessed Light. That looks like 10 points of damage, I think.
You obliterate him in Holy Radiance.
And I get 2. That's a 4 on the prayer table, which is 1 virtue and 1 wrath.
Correct.
And then that will end. I think that will end my turn.
Okay, the gears go ka-chunk one more time, and then all of you can overwhelm the last kobold. What are you going to do with that last kobold? You can kill him. You can force him to flee. You can capture him.
Yeah, we should probably capture him because the point was to find out what's going on here, right?
Okay, you guys rush up to get him, grab him by the scruff of the neck before he leaps off of the gears and gets away, and you have a kobold prisoner. So you're out of combat now, so all your heroic stuff resets to 0 probably, except the talents. Who's building up strain, all adventure. And this kobold here, he speaks a little bit of common. He's kind of resistant to any question you have, but if anyone wants to make a check, it'd be like either a charm or deception or intimidate check to try and get some info out of him.
Are we getting any victories?
You got one just now. You didn't get one for the first level, but just now you got a victory. So you earn a victory for overcoming the kobolds. Everyone gains. You can add 1 to your victories. That means you'll start the next encounter of your heroic resource. Looks like.
I want to pick up the kobold by the neck and shake him with strength.
Okay. You want to try to do a might intimidate?
Where are the sages?
Go for it. Go do a might intimidate on him. Oh yeah, he's shaking. Roll a d6 for me. Let's see what info he knows. He tells you, we are going to destroy where the sages came from. We're going to use the items and plans we found in this tower to build a powerful weapon of war, allowing us to conquer the Grey Waste and Sealton Heath. And that is about all he knows, unfortunately.
Who's we?
The kobolds. The grand kobolds.
Who's your leader?
He doesn't share any more info than
Can we take recoveries out of combat?
You can.
Cool.
Yeah, spend as many recoveries as you want. I don't think you have anything in the party that lets you get more from it. So it's basically 1 for 1 right now. Recoveries. So yeah, everyone take your recoveries, and then what do you want to do next? You can basically bind up and gag the kobold so he's left behind safely. And you got stairs going up. You got these counterweights hanging from the giant gear. that the stairs go up to, and the human is sensing that there's a supernatural outer planar presence in that giant that's above your head.
That's fun. Sneak up to the next level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see if I can do a slightly better job of sneaking this time.
The next level, luckily it doesn't matter how good you do because there's no one in it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move you guys up to about here's when you're coming up. Next, sort your march order how you like.
I'm looking for the that window that had ravens
Yeah, so
coming out of it.
you're now about 50 feet above the ground, you think, roughly. The ravens
Okay.
were 125 feet.
Okay.
The clock faces were about 75 feet, so you're below those. At this room that you come to, you see an enormous gear spinning slowly at the heart of the level of the tower, glowing with brilliant white light that extends out to take the form of spectral wings. This seems to be the supernatural presence that the conduit is sensing. And when you come up into the level of the thing, you hear a chorus actually of 3 voices speaking simultaneously in harmony. They say, I, Kaloth, am the angel of divine creation and the instrument of inspiration that protects this sacred tower. Proceed no further, thieves, or my divine grace will turn to ire, and you will be not more than little puddles of gore.
I make a religion check to see if I
You've heard
know
of Kaloth?
much more about
Go for it. Anyone else who's got
the,
that skill can make a check too.
is that same test
Same
button?
You'll use that for every test, yeah.
Oh,
All right, so you got a 5. It'll be intuition, so 8. You know religion, so 12. So you made a hard check. It's pretty good, even with rolling a 5. Kaloth is an angel. Well, you know it's an angel. So the thing seems to be telling you the truth. It's an angel of
Okay.
divine creation, instrument of inspiration that protects the sacred tower. Proceed no further, thieves, or my divine grace will turn to ire, and you shall be not more than little puddles of gore, it said.
Quick, someone who knows how to talk nice, convince it we're not thieves.
Yeah, I can give that a shot. Listen, you couldn't be
Kaloth.
further from our thoughts. No thievery here. We're on a mission of rescue, and we've been sent here to recover kidnapped people.
Perfect. Okay. You get to do a negotiation with the angel. So the angel's interest starts at 2. You want to get it up to 5, ideally, by referring to its motivations or just trying to flat out, charm it without referring to its motivations. Oh,
Okay.
I
so
forgot one thing from the room before, which will be important. When you search the kobolds, which I assume you would,
Of course.
on the kobolds you found a note. Kobold Centurion carries a note that reads Kaloth. So when this thing introduces this office Kaloth, you remember the note and you grab it out of your pocket. You read it quickly. It says, Kaloth wants us to continue Talia's work. Show them that we are worthy allies by sharing your love of invention when you pass by the divine gear. Better to keep them happy. Okay, so now we're going to do a negotiation with Kaloth. Interest of 2, patience of 3. So you basically have 3 chances to try and up his interest in allowing you to get what you want from the negotiation. You enter the negotiation because you told him you weren't thieves. Now the first step is you can try and suss out what his motivations are, and he might volunteer that, or you guys might be able to make a check with that. And then you'll make an offer of what you want, if it's just to pass by or something like that. And we'll do that right after we take a break, because it's 27 after hour. We'll come back at 40 after. So wherever it's at, where you're at, come back at 40 after the hour.
okay, thank you. This is fun.
Cool.
Yep.
Thanks,
I
guys.
like it.
Be back soon. So
Likewise.
the angel in the gear, Kaloth, says you may not pass, but you've told it you're not thieves, and now it seems open to discuss letting you pass, and you guys can make the opening discussion to it. What do you want to say to it?
Sure. I'll kick off with, obviously we wish to pass to rescue our good companions, but before we discuss that, I just wanted to comment on just how miraculous a construction this place is, what we've seen of it so far. I'd thought that those exterior clocks were quite the marvel, but the internal machinery of this tower is beyond anything, frankly, that I have seen before. My own meager efforts pale in comparison to the extraordinary work on display here. But I, too, in my own and humble way, am something of a creator. My my own medium is wood, rather than metal, rather than brass and steel. But I too know the creative thrill of starting with a problem, divining a solution to that problem, and then crafting that solution with my own two hands. I
Okay.
have never seen it on a scale such as this.
No test is necessary since you're appealing to his motivations and increase his interest. That offer by 1, so he's up to an interest of 3. And he says, "I will let you freely pass. You may end the negotiation there, or continue to try and elevate his interest, in which case he might actually grant you additional benefit." So the next person may try to appeal to another motivation while avoiding pitfalls. If you can't appeal to any other motivations, or if what you appeal to isn't a motivation, I'll have you make a roll. So who would like to try next? Very good.
What was the like TN or whatever, like DC on it?
Oh, TN, that's the target number. So if you try and make an argument that does not appeal to their motivations at all, hey, we were sent by X, Y, Z to go do this, and they don't really care necessarily, but if you're charming enough, you can raise their interest, even if they don't care, even if they're not motivated by what you say. So that'd be a target number for like a charm check or any check that might be applicable. I mean,
What
things
is
like
asking
even knowledge
a
or craft would
question?
work with this negotiation.
Does asking a question spawn anything?
No, you can definitely ask questions.
Oh, great spirit, who has a love of craft. What other interests do you have?
And I should actually... So this is kind of like free because you nailed a lot of his motivations in the first opening speech. So he basically says, he's interested in... I miss my friend Talia. I wish no harm to come of her home or her inventions, he says. And since you guys had already basically said that, we'll count that question as another increase in interest. So he's up to 4 interests now. And so I will let you pass. And what can I tell you about the tower? He asks you.
Someone who's smart answer.
I guess, do we have a clear understanding of its purpose?
He said he protects the sacred tower. I, Kaloth, am the angel of divine creation and the instrument of inspiration that protects the sacred tower. Proceed no further thieves. That's what he said.
It was more, do we have an understanding of the purpose of the tower?
So it's got clocks in it. Talia was involved with it, whoever that might be. You're looking for the sages that are here. There seems to be kobolds infiltrating it. You know that much.
Okay, I mean, maybe that's a question for this being. What was Talia's original purpose in creating this construction?
Okay. So obviously for timekeeping, the clocks were a grand invention in their time, and furthermore, she had interest in other things, mechanical in nature. But watch out, because she also put guards in the place. The furnace on the first level is a guard that you should avoid at all costs.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to make another offer or argument trying to build motivations? You're currently at an interest of 4. You can stop there. Or you can try and get him even more interested, in which case he might offer you 5's the highest.
I don't know. You guys want to risk it? I mean, I would think maybe asking about the threat and anything it can offer so that we can defeat it.
The conduit will step forward with the weapon that he created with his own blacksmithing abilities, and say, "Great Kaloth, we wish nothing more than to continue Talia's work. Let us prove to you that we are worthy allies."
All right. And that gets his interest up to 5. And with his interest of 5, not only does he let you pass, he offers to answer questions about the tower and grants you all a blessing. Each of you who has spent any recoveries regain 1.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So now you're free to pass. If you have any further questions for this great angel Kaloth, you can ask them, but you are free to pass. And you also gain a victory with your negotiation skills for negotiating with the angel. So you're up to 2 victories now.
Victory.
Quick way to get to your victories, which you can track on your character, is hold down the Alt key and double click on it, and it'll pull up
That's right.
your abilities and your attributes. And on the left, one of the fields there is victories. And you can... Okay. Any other questions?
What are the guards above us?
They're
Is there a way to pass them safely?
There are no further guards above you, but there are many kobolds that have come and gone. Their leader is a kobold named Octavia, who is a great crafter and inventor in her own right. But if what you have said is true, that they intend harm to the tower, I hope you goodwill and good success. So yeah, there's no more guards above you, just the kobolds.
Any traps that were built into the tower above us?
The only trap would be in the tower, in the clockwork room, directly above this room, where there is a vault, where if one person tries to open the vault, they can be aged greatly. But as long as two or more try together, they will not be harmed.
What of Octavia? What has she said her purpose is?
She has not told me, just to invent and create. Same as you.
Maybe when I retire, says the Fury. That's all I got.
Okay. Do you want to sneak ahead, Shadow?
Sure thing.
Go ahead and make a stealth check test. Fix your button here eventually. But
I like
that's
it.
a very good one. Yeah, you're able to sneak up ahead to the higher level, where you do indeed spy more kobolds. So I'll just draw the whole thing for you, with the stairs coming up.
Nice maps.
Okay, so this one is the next higher level. And the stairs will come up right here. So the roof above the gear, the angel gear, is a wooden floor separating the two levels. So the stairs come up through it, on the north side there. And inside the chamber, overall, you see swirling magical light that lazily changes color from blue to green to purple to yellow, illuminating the slow-turning shafts that connect the clock-face windows to a massive metal device at the center. Great bells are hanging above. So up above, 25 feet above this room, there are crisscrossing like rafters, basically with bells hanging between the rafters. That's 50 feet or 25 feet up. In the room itself are many short reptilian warriors. There's 3 of them sitting up atop the central device, playing a game of dice, it looks like. There's 10 smaller ones patrolling the floor below, but those patrolling soldiers aren't made of flesh. Instead, clockwork gears move their metal arms and legs.
They're so cute.
None of them have spotted you. And yeah, that's what you see. You would, if you wanted to get into position, basically with the lead character at the top of the stairs, or the lead non-stealthy character 1 square back, you could have surprise if you wanted to start a fight with these kobolds. And if anyone wants to try and sneak into the room itself, you'd have to make a stealth check to avoid alerting.
What is up 5S and plus 2S?
There is a so this is 2 squares high, this thing. So these things are about 10 feet off the ground, 2 squares off the ground up here. And then this is a ladder, a wood frame ladder that goes up 25 feet to the rafters that are over.
Gotcha.
In fact, that looks like the only way up from this level is up that wood frame ladder.
Okay. And the rafters are not sort of positioned, you can't sort of crawl along the rafters to get to position above these people, can you? The rafters directly floor above?
Yeah, so you take a little bit of time to look carefully up above. You can kind of spy out what the rafters look like. So if you look to the right, you see the rafters. So the wood frame ladder comes up here onto the rafters.
Okay.
There's like
nice.
seven bells up there. There's walkways between the bells and such. There's another wood frame ladder that goes here up to another set of rafters, 5 more squares up. But it's getting pretty dim up there. You can't see what's up all the way up there unless you were up at this level already where the bells are. So that's what you see looking at.
Cool. Okay. And how many squares above the highest, where the 3 kobolds are those rafters?
3, I think.
5 squares up. The highest rafters are 10 squares up. So the bells and rafters
so
are 5, 25 feet, and then another set 50 feet up.
Cool. All right. I like the sound of that. I think, unless anyone disagrees, I'm going to try and stealth my way up to those rafters so I can snipe them from above.
Where are we entering from?
You are entering from here. So let me move you guys there.
Oh, okay.
So those of you not stealthy can safely approach to basically where I just put the tactician. So if you're where I put the tactician or behind, you don't risk breaking the surprise.
Okay.
If you go into the room and try and sneak up to the steps or something like that, then you'd have to make a stealth check, and you risk breaking the surprise. So you could launch an attack from here with no risk of not surprising all of them, or you could try and stealth in.
You guys okay to give me a shot at stealthing up that ladder?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Of course.
if shit goes sideways, the Fury can run and literally just jump up on top of that platform in the middle, because there's probably a chance maybe these like mechanical things are under the command of the guys in the middle.
Yep.
Can just go
Yeah.
full ham and If
What-
the lovely tactician and conduit would keep me alive when I do this crazy stuff, I would appreciate it.
One
Oh,
more
yeah.
point of order. One more point of order here is that the gears, standing 10 feet out each direction, basically are like floor to 10 feet above the floor. The shaft after that extends out to the clocks, is low enough to the floor that for a medium-sized creature, all of you would pass by, you'd have to go prone and crawl underneath, and then stand back up on the other side. That'll kind of limit your movement a little bit. You can easily climb the 2 squares up, and or of course jump the 2 squares up. There's plenty of handholds and such that it's not a check to make that climb. It just takes the movement. Okay, Shadow, going to make a stealth check. You're looking to beat target number. Check. It's going to be around 7 still. Yeah, go ahead and just roll. See if you get at least a 7. Yeah, you're good there. You fix your character, but that's a 9, 10, 11. So you're able to sneak around, hug the wall, climb up the steps here to the level above. That gets you up to the rafters above. From the rafters above, you can see that the steps that go up here go to another set of rafters 5 feet higher, and there looks to be a loft up there too to climb up to.
Okay. There's no sign of movement from up there.
But nothing up.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Shadow, get to wherever you want to be standing.
I put it in the
Right.
chat,
Yeah.
but my tactician effect gives everyone 2 extra movement squares because if they start within 5 squares of me.
Well, the way that works is it's just a one-time thing. It's a free triggered thing.
Oh, okay.
That when
I can read.
someone with an ally within 5 of you moves, it's not on every attack.
No, it's not. I read it again
Yeah.
with my eyes
Okay.
this time.
But yeah, all of you will have victory stuff that you can do that is a factor of 2 on that victory, and those are free triggered. So that means they don't count against your 1 triggered every round. So you're looking for opportunities like the conduit can hero Nate regains health with the recovery. They can regain an extra 2. That's interesting. I wonder if that would apply to basically out of combat. You'd have to be in combat. We'll say it's in combat.
There's a lot of conversation on the Discord about that, and the answer is nobody knows.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, everyone make sure you do go to your attributes and update your victories because some things will go off of victories and they should be at 2. So
I just realised that.
I just updated.
I've just realised I could have just teleported directly straight upwards, I think. Using Black Ash teleport 3 squares, but I get plus 2 squares from 2 victories, so I could have teleported 5 squares straight
But
up.
that'd use up your victory just once per encounter.
Yeah, true.
So
Okay, fine.
okay. So you're up into position, and then you guys have a signal you can basically go. Are you wanting to attack from up there? Did you want to rappel down or something?
No, I want to attack from up here.
Up there, okay. Okay, so the first round is going to be surprise. And how does this work? Determine the surprise. So they're all surprised. Any creature who isn't ready for combat at the start of the encounter is surprised until the end of the first round of combat. Surprised.
Yeah, we have
Random
1
boon
boon.
to attack and no triggered actions. Okay.
Right, I'd like to kick things off with I work better alone, which is going to give me another boon, so I'm going to be attacking with 2 boons on my first attack.
Okay. So we'll have you guys go first, and we'll have you go first. Go ahead and click your initiative. There you go. Make your attack.
Not the best roll in the world.
And which one of those 3 you're going for? Northwest, northeast, or southwest?
I guess this guy down here at the
Southwest
bottom.
there. Okay. And you get 2 boon, you said, so that's 11 and
Yes.
4 is 15 damage?
Cool.
Or 2 insight. So you should gain 2 insight too, right?
That's correct. Yes, so I'm on 4 insight now because
Nice.
I start with my 2 for my victories.
And you can move if you like. Do a maneuver, if you like. And then their turn. Now
Yeah, I might. In fact, I'm going to Black Ash teleport and hide.
okay. I don't see anything under surprise that they don't get to act. Only that they don't get to do triggered actions. And you get boon to attack them. It's not like a full round of you taking all your turns, then brings. Wait. Sometimes figure out.
That's the condition is surprised.
If all are surprised, then a creature on the other side gets to go first. But if both sides okay. Yeah, so you guys got to go first because they were all surprised. But then I think they just always have the surprise condition this round. Get a boon against them this round. Okay.
I've teleported and hidden.
Teleported and
So
hidden.
I'm
Okay,
in
what was your hide check? Going to do a test for your hide because they're looking up to see if they can see it up. And let's see. We'll count so far just 1 with line of effect to you. So the target number is just a 10.
Okay, I've made my roll. That was
7, 8,
6.
9. So you got a 9, it looks like. So that
Yeah,
one's
I
going
don't suppose I get any boons or anything.
Plus
no.
1 boon to stealth
Or
hide.
anything like that.
1
His
boon for
wood-
what? Oh yeah, for your stealth to
woad
hide.
elf
You
armor.
do. So you got a 10. So you got it. Okay. So then the other ones, these guys looking around for danger. The little small mechanical kobolds see you guys coming up the steps, and they got a speed of 6, so they're gonna go. Their
But
turn.
they don't get their turn?
I think they do. Do you have anything that says they don't get a turn?
Okay, so each.
I think they do. You automatically get to go first. They are surprised the whole round. They can't do any triggered attacks the whole. I think they get a turn.
Sometimes figuring out.
Looking for everywhere where it says surprise.
I guess we won initiative automatically.
You automatically win initiative. You automatically get a boon on every attack. They can't use triggered actions.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Yeah. It just says any creature who isn't ready for combat at the start of an encounter is surprised until the end of the first round of combat. And so the surprise condition is just like you get boons against them.
Got it. Okay.
And they can't use triggered actions.
And they don't go first. Okay, for the little kobolds go. They got a speed of 6. These are minions. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're all going to move and then attack. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they can move underneath that spitting shaft, no problem. So these 5 all move up to there. And then they're going to make a group attack. And we'll make the group attack against the tactician.
Mhm.
And so I don't have the group attack set up. I could just roll once and they do the damage. I might as well set it twice. So 4 points of damage to the tactician to do that.
Can I strike back at the group?
Yes, you may. Wait, who said that? Jason,
Fury.
he attacks you, Hala? Yeah. Okay, so you do 9 damage. Do you want to spend that rage and do 12?
No.
No. Okay, so with 9, you kill one automatically with a hit, or with any damage at all. And then they have a threshold where you kill more than one of them. So you reached that threshold, which is 5. So you kill this guy. You can kill one guy within your reach or adjacent to the guy you killed when you wanted.
Well, my reach is just the other one that's adjacent.
Or adjacent to the one you killed, even if it's not you.
Oh,
Yeah, you could take out that guy so we have a clear path out.
Yeah.
All right. And then that was your strike back trigger. They've taken their action. They're done. Next to go is you guys. Whoever wants
You
to
guys
go,
want me
roll
to
initiative.
run? I can get up to that group right now.
I was gonna concuss or whatever. I have one that I can maybe knock them all down from there.
Okay.
So I think I will do that.
It's okay to roll initiative if you're ready to go, and if 2 of you do, you can discuss. Okay, so talent go.
All right. So I know moving through a creature is like a task, but what about through an ally?
Ally is free, no additional.
Okay. So
Leaving a reach would trigger a chance attack.
Can you climb over that railing?
Yes,
Could you
yes,
move
may.
through us and climb up?
Yes, you.
Oh, okay.
Basically, every square you were from the top is another square movement. So it'd be if you started there, you go 1, 2, 3, 4 to get one to there. 4 squares of movement to there.
That's 4, you said?
That'd be 4. This would be 4 also. This would also be 4.
Isn't that a solid object?
This is solid right here. This is solid right here. But you're fine where you're at. The ghostly here is not.
thing.
Really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll do it from here. And it says distance 5, a 3 cube within 5 squares.
Okay, so
I'm trying
one
to
of the
think
squares of the 3x3 cube has to be within 5. That's all.
Yeah, and
That
it
is.
So,
Yep.
well, actually, I could back up one. And fillet.
Ooh.
Nice.
Fillet,
Strain
nice.
check 4, too, so I didn't
Wow.
even take any strain.
Oh yeah, no strain for you. Nice roll on that.
And
10 damage to
Yep,
all of them.
boom.
Push 3 doll.
Mhm.
No
I'm
resistance roll. Nice.
I'm going to
guess
use my
that-
victory benefit to add 2 more damage.
Go
to
for
that.
it. Click the button so we can see what it does.
Oh, yeah.
Ally in 5 deals damage, deal extra victories damage, so 2 more to each of us. So
but
the
I got
way
a
these,
boon on
way
that
these
one,
victories
didn't
powers work is you can do 1 per round, and they're each once per encounter. So you have your second victory power you can do next round or later. Okay, so talent did that, did all 3. Now they all get pushed, tumble off the gears down to the ground there. That's a fall of 2, so they're all prone. And talent, you want to move any further or anything?
I'll back up one.
And then after the talent, they go.
Did they take damage from falling?
Yeah, 2 each. 2, so they do 2 damage each. Those guys up there have already gone. Guys that all fell can get up, go after you. So
I'm also gonna use my holy infusion on that attack, and then I'll pump a virtue into it as well, so they get 2 additional boons on that attack.
Okay. Now, in the future, anyone who's got some that triggers on an attack, do that on the attack, not when I'm halfway through doing the damage.
Sorry.
So try and do it right. Instead of waiting to see if they get down to almost dying. So 2 more damage each, all of them. Line 8, make an attack, add 2 to the. No, you added a boon. You want to add 1 boon or 2 boons?
2 boons.
2 boons, so 3 more damage to each.
Actually, I think I already got one of those boons because they're surprised, right?
You can add multiple boons.
Yeah,
Okay,
Right, but I
yeah.
would have got the 1, 2, and the 3.
You're right.
So-
Okay, so I can add 3 more damage. So I added 3, but it's really 5, so I add 2 more damage each. There we go.
All right.
I guess what I'll do is I'll stop at the damage point. You make your attack, and before I start taking hit points off, I'll say, is anyone else affecting it? That way we'll know. Okay. Knocked them all prone, knocked them all down there. They're done. Their turn. This guy is going to stand up, go, and take 2 move to stand. So he is hidden from too high. Let's say 13. No, he's going to stand up. Okay, so he's going to stand up. He can't hide. That's also maneuver. That's a 2 of a speed of 7. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then he's got shifty feet, shift 2 before after making an attack, and shift up into within 5 of the talent. Then he's going to hurl his spiked net at the talent. Wow. You want to do a trigger on that 17 damage?
Yeah, I'll trigger on that.
Go for it.
Only look exactly the same. Strike, shield. Bam.
Nice. So 17 drops down to 6 damage to the talent. And talent, you had a 10 agility to resist being restrained by the net. So 6, 7, 8. So you are restrained. So put a restraint mark on you. I think it looks like a lock. And it's a maneuver to break a restraint. And the restraint break is going to be the same as the restraint initial save of 10. So it's a 10 to break out of being restrained. And then, let's see, he did his maneuver, he did his action. He's done. Next to go is
I can
Tactician
go
if you
up and-
want.
Well,
Or anyone else wants to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go, but I don't have anything like incredibly clever planned. If you've got a good idea, then by all means.
run up and smash him into a wall. It's about as clever as my fury gets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Tactician's rolled, so go ahead, Tactician.
All right. I'm gonna let's see. I'm going to use positioning strike. So that is, and I'm gonna use it on the one that's right in front of me.
Okay. 12 damage. This is where a trigger would go if he wants to add to that 12. Hero in 10 of you can shift 3, and you gain 1 focus. So you want to have any hero shift in 10 of you? That would include yourself. Also shift yourself. The 12 damage, by the way, kills this one in front of you, and can also kill the one behind him.
Excellent. One of you guys can shift if you want. If you're within 10 squares of me.
I don't need it. The fury doesn't need it. I don't.
Yeah, I'll shift.
Conduit.
Go for it.
Yeah, I can shift 3.
3.
Does that mean that I could move here?
Climbing a wall? No.
No. Okay, so then that would be 1, 2, 3 if I'm going to shift, right?
Yep. And then Tactician, you can finish your move.
I'm going to move right there. That'll do it for me.
Okay. Now, we've got the second group of mechanical kobolds going to go. The ones with the little blue circles are going to charge forward. 6, 7. So these guys are going to charge up to 12 away. Other side. 6, 7. Okay, so the 3 that charged, attacking the Tactician. 3, 4, 7. 3 is 10. 10 damage, Tactician.
All right.
You're all done. Party's turn.
I will.
Oh, go ahead.
If you want to go, just click that initiative button. It's okay if multiple of you to click it, then we can discuss. It's okay. Conduit. Go.
All right. I will try to clear the way in front of the Tactician and attack this guy right in front of him with the Blessed Light.
All right. That does 8,
Um,
9, 10, 11 damage. That kills him and 2 adjacent to him. Which 2 you want to
Mhm.
kill?
The 2 that are adjacent, can I kill the other colored minion?
Yes,
Like,
okay, that one there. Yeah.
yeah, and then I'll do this one as well.
All right. 3 dead, 1 blessed lighted.
And then the question that I have is, like with that, the next attack against the target before the start of your next turn gains 1 boon. Like, is that on minions, or is that like, oh, I killed that minion,
Just-
nobody gets a boon on the
Just
next
the one
attack?
you killed. Just the original.
Okay, cool, all good.
And you got
Sweet.
the prayer, though. You got the prayer of 2
I did,
virtue.
which is 2 more virtue.
Yeah, and you can finish your move. And while you're doing
Yeah, I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
this guy's going to stand up and move. That's 1, 2, 3. He's fast. 6, 7. Behind his ally there. And he's got a long spear. long spear, little arms. He's going to bury the point into the conduit, doing 12
Ow.
damage to the conduit. He triggers there, does 12 damage, and then ongoing 4 damage until you regain any health, and you get a 10 agility to resist that.
Does he roll the resist right away, or?
Yeah, you roll it right away. So that's a 8 agility. So you don't resist it. So you're taking ongoing 4. Ongoing damage starts at the start of a round, not at the start of your turn, but the start of a. And there's no getting rid of it now, except you have to regain health somehow. So if you were to use a recovery.
Recovery.
Yeah,
Something.
that's
Got
how
it.
you could. This one is not a resistance ends. Otherwise, it's 8. Okay, so he's done with that. He uses encounter power. Him. Fury, go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then brutal slam, which will knock him into his buddy, and I think that hits both of them.
Slam. Ooh,
Oh, that's good.
damage.
Nice.
One away from
And
crit.
I got the boon.
That's right. Surprise round boon. So 20 damage.
Plus,
Wow.
plus 2 for my victory.
Oh, you're gonna click victory. Okay.
Yeah, where's that victory damage? Yeah.
Two more. So 22 damage. And push 3.
Yeah. So and then they bump into each other, and as far as I know, they don't move because the other one's there. They both just take an extra 3 damage.
Correct. That kills him. And 3 damage to the other one when the dead body hit them. Okay. What else, Fury?
That was pretty good. I'm okay.
I think we got one more of those guys to go.
Actually, I will move up in case they move. I can get chance hits.
Okay. This guy's going to go ahead and get up and run around into the fight. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a speed from there. He's only got a melee 2, so he's going to charge. There, charge. Move your speed in a straight line, up to your speed in a straight line, then basic attack, adjacent creature. Ooh, has to be adjacent. So not within melee reach, but actually adjacent. So
He's
he
so
can't-
mad he attacks his friend.
he can't do anything. He's done for the round. And that's the end of that round. Round 2. Party goes first. Whoever wants to go, clear their initiative.
Let me see what my rage
I
is.
take my 4 damage now.
Oh, yeah. Ongoing damage of 4.
Yeah.
Fury
I'd like
roll.
to-
Nice. Go ahead,
I-
Shadow.
Can hit
Yeah,
3 of them
I'd-
right now.
You can, if you'd also
go
like
for
to
it.
go roll initiative, and then we can talk about it. Okay. So
Yeah,
you
no,
discuss.
Fury, go for it. If you can take 3, then I can maybe mop up the last if they're still surviving.
Go for it, Fury.
Whirlwind strike.
Oh, nice. 4 rage. Attack everything. Oh, nice roll. It's a crit.
And a
too.
crit!
Oh my lord!
18 damage. Kills him. Kills him. Kills him.
Wow.
Boy.
And with a crit, you get another action.
I will move 1 and then attack. Oh wait, I'll move 2 and then attack. And
And
I will
remember,
mighty...
to cross the shafts, you have to duck, down, crawl, stand back up, but you have enough movement to do it. So you're
How much move? 1. So
it's 1,
3.
and then 2, 3, and then 4, 5 to stand.
Okay, that's good too.
Yeah. 15. You got a holy infusion coming to add a boon to that, so it's 19.
I'm going to add 3 boons to that.
Ooh, wow. 19, 20, 21, 22.
And 3 damage for slamming into the key.
Mighty Strike doesn't push at all, but that was enough to kill it anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You meant to do the other attack?
I meant
Well,
to do the.
luckily you
right.
killed it
Whatever,
anyway.
he's dead.
All right. Down he goes. Is there 1 minion left? Oh, no.
Yeah.
1 minion left.
That ended fast. And unfortunately, the minions can't communicate at all, so you guys just wipe him up. Can't take him alive. Okay, you are victorious. You gain a victory for that. Nicely done. So, oh shoot, I forgot one cool thing about this room. Oh well. You earn a victory for overcoming the kobold. So you guys can all increase your victory by 1. The cool thing I forgot about the room is every round time. On your next action, conduit, you can spend a recovery and take it. Time fluctuates in the room. I forgot to roll it, but either the heroes are slowed, or the heroes are sped up by 2, or the kobolds are slowed, or the kobolds are sped up by 2, or you're all slowed, or you're all sped up by 2. So I forgot to roll that at the start of the round. Sorry, would have been cool. The room description again is swirling magical light. You got that central metal device with as the shadow can see up above, there is a locking wheel holding a door atop of the device closed. So that locking wheel is right. So anyone who wants to spend recoveries, go ahead.
Might be the vault.
I was wondering whether that was the vault as well. Question: out of combat, am I still taking that ongoing damage?
You would,
Like,
but you can spend a recovery right away. So when your turn came up this round, you could have spent a recovery, and that ends the
Right.
ongoing.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no more ongoing, and you can take the ongoing marker thing off of you. You guys can get the talent free from the net.
Yeah, I was gonna say, am I still restrained? Yeah.
No, you can break them free. And then, do you guys want to open that vault?
Yep, there's 2 of us on top.
2 of you pushing at the same time.
Yep.
Okay. So lock and wheel along with the inscription carved into the wheel that reads, "When we spend time together, it keeps us young. Loneliness makes us old." And pushing together, you're able to open it up and see a ladder leading down into the vault, which is cramped and lined with mostly empty shelves, except for a set of tools and a clockwork spear that resembles a large drill bit. The vault also contains an old note that reads, "Remember water, then ash, then earth, all of that followed by the shrinking suns. Leave the specters of death for last." The
Pick
spear
up
is a
this.
thing called a drill spear. You can use it with any kit that uses medium or heavy weapons or pole arms. It adds 2 damage to melee weapon attacks you make wielding it. You can bore a 6-inch diameter hole in a mundane material at a rate of 5 feet per round to max depth. And the tools are Talia's tools: wrenches, hammers, drills, knives, and other implements. You had a D8 to tests with traps, locks, wagon. Pretty sure that's not supposed to be wagons. Forget what it said originally. Maybe it said wagons, I don't know. Clocks and any device with moving parts. Maybe it did say wagons.
I'm gonna pick up the spear while I'm here and then see if anyone else.
Okay, yeah, use heavy weapons, right? With that kit.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you can
I think
basically
so.
make all your attacks get +2 extra damage now. Anyone want to take the tools?
Yeah, I think I'll take those.
Okay, the shadow.
And if anyone else has got complementary skills.
RNG the
So that's ring.
Oh, ring. Random
Range-
number
range the
generates
bells.
the bell.
I use RNG for range.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
that wraps up that chamber. You search it and don't find anything else. And the chamber up above, I don't think I ever described it for you, so let me do that. So up above, you have the bell chamber. You have rickety wooden walkways forming a path between 7 large bells, all of varying sizes and carved with arcane symbols. 3 of the bells are painted gold, along with 1 blue bell, 1 gray bell, and 1 green bell. The largest of the bells is bronze and is set with a pattern of skulls. Any of you trained in knowledge magic can make a test for me, please.
I am. I'm trying to find it.
You just hit that main big button.
Yeah.
Knowledge magic. Okay, you got a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Anyone else trained in knowledge magic? You know talent that the bells are magical.
Is it one? Is it Oh no, it's not a resistance.
Okay, what do you guys want to do now?
All right, so I think I got this. So it's, let me see here. Ash, water. So blue,
Ray.
gray, green, and then drinking sun.
Shrinking-
So the largest to the smallest gold,
Thinking so.
Or-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
and then the
The-
death.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then
and
the
then
skulls
death mark.
last.
Okay, you guys want to go up there and do that? Or you have all your spent recoveries that you want to spend? Do that first, just in case something bad happens.
Good call, guys. I missed
Oh.
the thing about shrinking suns.
Yeah, I spent the. So do I just automatically get the full
Recovery,
14?
you always get the full amount healed. So it's always going to be the full health number. I mean, you don't heal to your full healing. You heal to your healing value, which is like 1/3 of your
Yeah, it says
maximum
like
health.
14.
Yeah. And on all the tokens, you'll see an H number, B number, /R number. That's how many recoveries you have. H number, and the number after the H is how much you heal with 1 recovery.
Is something wrong with the talent? They got that red symbol.
Oh no,
The
that's so I can keep track of my strains.
Yeah, the talent has strain. You
Okay.
can also keep track of it in the gray circle. That's what that gray circle is for.
Okay, cool.
That's what all the heroic resources, except for the conduit, who has 2.
And then everyone can just recover after.
After combat, you can all recover.
Yeah. I don't know if
Basically, you're
tactician wants to.
good until you run out
No.
of recoveries. Okay. So after you recover, you want to get up there and hit those bells, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
Up to hit the
Promising.
bells. And as you strike the last of the bells, you guys are like over by the bronze bell. When you strike that bronze bell, hear a voice, a woman's voice, sound out as the last note dies. It says, "Righto, time to fly." And you all gain a fly speed equal to your walk speed.
Nice.
So now you can fly up to the level above that you can see, and I'll
Yeah.
reveal that. You can see rafters up there, and you can see a loft up there. You can fly right on up, and in this level above, let's see, a network of thin rafters connecting to a dusty loft that reeks of bird poop. The loft holds an old bed, a chest, a sack bursting with corn kernels, and a couple of tables, one holding a notebook, the other a chest. An aviary full of ravens stands on the east end of the loft. The doors are open, allowing the birds within to hop about. They can also exit the tower via an open window at the back of the aviary. This must be the window you saw from the ground. Must be about 125 feet above the ground. You hear metal rattling as you see 3 bruised and gagged humans, all chained to each other at the wrists and ankles and neck, shifting their weight uncomfortably while sitting on the loft floor. So that's these 3 humans right here. Would you like?
Can we close the window? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know what the birds are.
Yeah, you can fly on up there and close the window.
I mean, can we
You can
just
open and
grab the
close it.
cages and fly out the window?
Yeah, so all these windows are openable from this level, so you can open or close any window if you want to go out any window. And you can close the window, the ones that the ravens are coming in. And you can close the door to the cage, which is also.
Are you said these people are gagged?
They're gagged and chained, all chained together.
And we also know that there's like some other like master kobold around
Correct.
here somewhere.
You do.
Is there any obvious path upwards from here,
Is what?
apart from out the windows?
Are there other windows? Yes.
Yeah, there's a this is a ladder coming up, is it?
Yeah, so this
Going
is
up to another floor? Or?
This is the ladder that comes up to this floor. There's no
Okay.
floor above this, it's just roof, but there's windows. Any of these things that look like a little awning here are windows.
Mhm.
You can open any of them to go out them. Of course, you can fly, so you could fly up to see what's going on outside. You got the 3 gagged and chained individuals.
I would like.
First thing, I want to close this cage.
Okay, Shadow goes over to close the cage. Conduit, what do you want?
I'm going over and I'm looking at these individuals.
Okay.
And there's the one. There's the one older sage man looking guy. I'm gonna pull the gag out of his mouth.
Okay. He says, rescued. Finally. Thank you. The kobolds, they're all afoot everywhere you look. You must have run into a few of them.
We have. There are more?
There's more. Yes.
And I'm going to go ahead and like continue pulling gags out of mouths.
He says, be careful. Don't touch the chains. I'm going to make everyone can do this, a insight notice check. Just roll your test button, comparing it to insight notice. And if everyone got like the talent did, you notice that the sages have burn marks on their necks and their wrists and their ankles where the chains bind them. So not just chafing, but actual burn. And he says, be careful of the chains. They're electrified, he says. So he warns you before you touch any of the chains. You took the gag out first. That was good. Also, anyone trained in carpentry, I think a couple of you are at least. So it's craft, CAR, or something like that. Go and do a test looking for intuition, craft. That's good enough. You notice that these rafters that are here on this level, in a number of locations, they've been shaved down on the underside, such that to put your full weight on any of these rafters might be dangerous. Specifically, the one heading to the stairs and the one heading to the loft.
Okay, I'm definitely going to mark those out and warn folks.
Also, in the Aviary, where both the Shadow and the Fury are close by, you notice that there are a few kobold scales among the raven feathers there in the Aviary. Okay, so to try and get the chains off of these sages, it would require a reason knowledge magic to disarm the lighting magic. You could unlock them with an agility skullduggery, not triggered if you're successful. You could break them with might crafts blacksmith or might vigor and not trigger them if you're successful. So disarm, unlock, break, got all those choices. Of course, you have the chest.
I'm gonna try to use my blacksmithing.
Okay.
In order to break them.
Go for it.
Quick question: should we be on 3 victories, or do we pick up any more for the last combat or challenges?
You should be on 3 victories right now.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so to break blacksmith is a 9 might. So you're 5, 6, 7, 8. with that check for the conduit. So unfortunately, you trigger some lightning feedback on you. It's not a lot. Okay, you take 4 lightning damage on the conduit. You
I
can
would
try
like
again.
to try a might vigor
Okay.
smash.
Do a might vigor check. 5 vigor. I mean, might is so
8,
you're up to 8.
9.
You're 9 for because you're trained in vigor, so that's enough. You break the chains off them, and they are free now. And they are grateful beyond measure that you've rescued them from the kobolds. They explain what has happened to them in the time they've been here. They say we came from Silton Heath to investigate the tower. Lady Rana, that's the same person that sent you guys. Lady Rana asked us to wait for an escort in case of danger, but we couldn't contain our excitement. The one doing the talking is Moira. Moira seems to be the talker of the group, and Wilhot seems to be Moira's maybe elder a little bit, and she's nodding at everything Moira says. And Darrow, he's just stroking his long white beard. You can see his head scrunching as he's thinking about things. We got to the tower. We knocked on the door. A crew of kobolds answered an attack, knocking us unconscious. We awoke in chains in the loft. Sometimes the kobolds bring us food and water, but they won't speak to us. We have seen the kobolds bringing pieces of metal out onto the roof through the aviary. They point to the aviary. Lots of banging sounds coming from the roof. We suspect that the kobolds are building something up there. Also, you have on this loft that you're in, you can see there's a notebook over at the bed. There's a chest, and there's this bag full of
Corn?
corn.
I take some corn and eat it.
You notice something peculiar about the bag. You think it might be maybe magical.
Oh.
A bag of Everfeed, filled with corn kernels, always full no matter how much corn you remove. The sages shake their heads. They've had a lot of corn.
Who normally sleeps up here?
The place, we think, might have belonged to Talia. The furniture, if you look, is old, not of today's style. But we haven't had a chance to look around much.
I want to go and see if I can look around, observe, or investigate anything. Open the chest, see what's in there.
Very good. You get the chest open, no problem. Everyone who wants to go over there and investigate the area, go to move your tokens over there. Make a test. This will be basically it's going to be a reason notice test as you're searching.
Yeah.
The conduit's got a 7. Shadow's got a reason 8. Talent's way up there, 13 plus. Okay. As you guys are searching carefully all through the stuff, you find the chest at first blush is empty, but a more careful search by the talent, or maybe just noticed by the talent, notices a false bottom there, and you find 5 potions of healing within the chest. Potion of healing is a golden potion. It tastes like honey. You can drink it as a maneuver, and you regain healing equal to your health value without spending a recover. So 5 potions of healing are in the chest. The notebook is interesting. That's the only other thing of interest you find, and tells you. See, the book on the desk claims to be the notes of an inventor named Talia, who was in charge of the tower long ago after it was first constructed. It contains schematics and drawings of many different devices, including the clock tower itself and magical jetpacks. The notebook also contains a description of a mechanical suit of armor that is powered by lightning and equipped with weapons, rockets for flight, and self-destruct system. The pages after this description, which would have held the machine's schematics, have been torn out.
That's what's on the roof.
And you get a victory here for freeing the sages. So you should be up to 4 victories.
Marvelous.
Anyone's
Is there
smart-
anything in the description of the mechanical suit of armor that might indicate weaknesses?
Unfortunately, not. Maybe in the torn out pages, but nothing in the initial
Oh, but
description.
there is a self-destruct system.
That it has.
Is anything that says where that button is, or
No, unfortunately not. Probably in the torn out pages.
fair enough. If anyone's smart, sees where a pointy stick will activate that, let me know when we're on the roof.
Got it. So reminder,
Or
you can
just-
all fly.
Mind.
You can all fly, so nothing keeps you from just going out a window and flying up to the roof if you want.
Do you guys want to go out the same side or pop out different sides all at one time?
I say different sides could be good, not to create like a logjam effect in case we get attacked as soon as we, like if we're seen right away. I'm also curious whether Moira and the rest have any energy left or available and would be able to aid us.
Turns out they don't. You'll find this funny. This is their one attack power. Not in the face. they can try and fend people off, but that's about it. and they're all pretty poor health. So no, not much help.
Okay. I'm going to make damn sure that they're aware of the damaged woodwork, so that they don't
They
go.
ask for your assistance in getting down for sure. They understand that
Mhm.
you have something to do first. They'll wait here for you. In other words.
We can fly them down to the next level where they can get on stairs without any worries, and tell them to stay away from the furnace.
They're happy to do that. They'll wait for
Yeah,
you wherever you
yes.
tell them to wait. So drop them off
All
at the ground floor, then fly back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll just say they're in safe spots, and then if you guys want to get ready to launch an attack, you can just put where you want to come up from on this map, and then I'll transfer you to that.
Right at the four corners. Yeah.
Well, I want to not be. I'm going to be not so far away, like left and right more than completely spread out, so we can still help each other because we all have powers that help each other.
Right, if we're within range of each other and stuff.
You guys can
Yeah, I
see
think-
flashes of lightning now and then out the windows. The storm that had been gathering as you entered the tower is now upon you.
And 5.
And you
3,
get ready to launch
2.
up the stairs. You see.
Oh yeah.
So there's the eye level, the tower, the top of the tower.
Oh wow.
You come flying up, out from the windows, flying up to the top of the tower. You can see up here little lizard people wearing cylindrical metal backpacks stand around the roof, surrounding a 10-foot tall suit of mechanical armor. Inside the armor, looking through the grill in the front, you can kind of see the grill in the front of the armor, just right at the chest level of the armor, is a grinning, bronze-scaled lizard person wearing goggles. Lightning cracks down from the stormy skies, striking a long iron rod sticking out the back of the mechanical armor. The armor begins to whir to life. The goggled figure cackles, screaming, "Finally! Now let's get the others and lay waste to Sealton Heath." The backpack-wearing figures chant, "Octavia, Octavia, Octavia," in the stormy sky.
Your others are dead. Deal with us.
Roll initiative. We'll have Conduit. Roll d6 Conduit. Go high, you go first. Oh, they go first. So, the suit of armor whirs around, makes its first attack. I need to add, I think, someone to the initiative. Okay, so the armor it'll get 2 turns each round, because it's a leader type. It's barking commands. Each ally within 5 squares of it gets 1 boon on resistance.
Ooh, that's good.
There we go. So that's an aura as its barking commands around it. 2 turns each round. Okay, that's actions. The villain ability. These things get villain abilities. Each of these abilities once per encounter, but can only use 1 villain ability per round. So the first thing to do is a missile barrage. In a range of 10, 3 creatures or objects. So it's going to take the 3 to the west. So Fury, Conduit, Talent are going to be hit by this missile barrage attack. It does 16 damage. Any triggers want to go off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
is it like 3 separate attacks against us?
It's
Or area of
I don't know that it matters because I think when you do the
Okay.
shield, it's per individual, not per.
So my my parry action says that the attack's damage is halved. Period.
I think it's to the target you're parrying. Creature makes a weapon attack. Oh, it's only a weapon attack.
Oh, is that not a weapon attack?
Yeah. Actually, missile barrage is a weapon. Versus you or an ally in your reach, that damage is half. I think it's only going to be 1 creature. Actually.
It doesn't matter anyway. No one's within my reach.
Oh, right.
Our
Sorry. Thanks.
Any other triggers?
So I reduced it by 9, so
Okay.
7.
Okay. It's damaged by 9. Okay, so the 3 of you take 7 damage each. That was its missile barrage attack.
so 7 damage each, and I -3. Okay.
Okay, so did the missile barrage as an action for maneuvers. It's gonna... Okay, that's it. And Tactician, go ahead.
All right. I'm going to move to right there, and then I want to use a free maneuver to taunt the Octavia, the big mech
Okay,
kobold.
okay. That button, see what the save is, if any. There's any. Taunt. Turn 1 creature, +1 focus. Taunted till the end of your next turn. Okay, so she's taunted by you till the end of your next turn.
All right, and then after that, I am going to use seize the opening and allow the. Well, let's see. I'm gonna move 1 more over. Sorry,
It's okay, you can split your movement before and after your actions. So you're good.
and then I'm going to let the have the conduit make a basic attack if it's ranged.
My basic attack does have a distance of 8, which is called Pious Force.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, go ahead and make a basic attack and add 3 damage to it.
Ooh, nice damage. And who you attack with that?
Octavia,
the big
the
one?
the
Okay.
giant thing.
So that's
Yeah.
14 damage if I read that right. Now, Octavia's got a special thing going because of all these little mechanical kobolds around that try and jump in the way to block your attack. Yeah, I assume you each have a push and healing. Okay, so Octavia, let's go. They have a thing where they have a leader, pick creature to be commander. Commander gains weapon immune. Is that attack with weapon? Yeah, it was. No, it was just
No.
magical. Okay, so 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Okay, Tactician, anything else?
Nope, that'll do it.
Octavia's going to go again, and this time Octavia will go ahead and move there.
Oh,
So, speed, decent. Okay, so she's going to maneuver to fire her thrusters to move to there, and she like angles them toward you as she's come to a stop. You take 5 fire damage, Tactician, and then she's going to do a basic attack of a armor punch. That does 13 damage to you, the Tactician, and grapples you.
I am going to parry that to have the damage.
Okay, you get to round that down, so it's only 6 damage. Okay, and then she grapples you as well with it, so it basically impales her fist through your armor. And it's Octavia's turn. Next to go is Conduit.
Hey, I'm going to use my blessed light ability. That's +1 wrath and +1 virtue before I forget. And then I will, that does 10 damage to Octavia. And the next attack before the end of the start of my next turn gets 1 boon. The next attack against Octavia gets 1 boon.
Okay. Next, I'll do the kobolds around Octavia. They're going to rush to Octavia's aid and attack. And you note that Octavia's flying, of course, and all the kobolds have rocket packs on, and they're all flying as well. They have a speed flying of 6. 6. And Scott. So 4 of them attacking on your Tactician, doing 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 damage.
All right.
And then your guys' turn.
did the talent want to go?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
Talent. Go ahead, Talent.
as before I knew about the rockets because I was going to try to knock this guy off the roof, but if you can fly, it doesn't.
Yeah, they're all flying.
But I mean, I can still go. I'll do.
I would go to shove her into some of the kobolds and clear them out.
Yeah, but can't. Oh, I slide. Yeah. So I'll concussive slam on Octavia
Okay,
and hopefully pull her into those 3 kobolds
go for
to
it.
her west. What is it? Concussive slam.
Okay, concussive slam and I not a whack, so she doesn't get defenses. Does 9 damage, right?
Didn't somebody say something about a boom?
Plus
yeah,
a boon.
So 2 more, so 11 damage.
And then I'll add I'll add 3 more boons to that. I'll spend 2 virtue
6, 7,
with a holy infusion and add 3 more boons to
so
it.
9 more damage. Got it.
And I might as well
And then-
use my victory. When you deal damage, you deal extra damage
Go
equal
for
to
it.
your victories. So that's extra 4.
Another 4.
Another 4 from me as well for the
Tactician
same thing.
does 4. Talent, you did your 1, so you did 4. Okay, nice. And then you slide 3. She's got a special power that she has force move defense, reduce all force move by 2, so you're getting slider 1. Which direction? North or west?
Check. West.
West, okay. That would slide her into those 2 small guys, so they'll both take 1 damage. Kill them. I think I might have should only do 1 of them, but they don't. But we'll kill 2. And anything else, Talent?
I don't know. I'll move back a little. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna have one of the Legionnaires go rush as fast as he can to her aid. Speed up. 6. 6. Oh wait, you can actually charge instead. So it's gonna go toward Talent. 6 and charge there. It's only a basic attack, so no conditions come with this. Only the basic attack itself. Doing 9 damage, Talent. Not so. And he's done. Next to go after that guy is the Fury.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I will use a brutal slam on her thing.
Ugh.
And I got 1 boon from my rage right now.
Okay. 1 boon of damage, so 13 damage.
Yeah.
You can push her 1.
Yep, into... yeah.
Go.
And then I'm going to do another 4 damage for my victories.
Then next to go is...
Did something happen because of it was a weapon attack? Oh, and 2 more damage from the weapon. I just got the spear thingy.
Yes, she does have resistance to the weapon damage.
So
And then
just
the 2 for the spear.
Yeah.
All right. That was you. Then I'm going to have another legionary go. He will come after the barbarian, the fury. 6 doesn't have to charge, so this will be its full effect. Doing a gladius stab. 13 damage to the fury and taunting the...
I strike back, and that gets a... Oh, it doesn't get a boon. Does it get a boon? For
You
my
can
rage?
spend a rage to do 3 more. It does 8, or you can spend a rage to do... So
Okay.
you want to do 8 or 11.
Rage 6, level 6. I'm at 8. You gain 1 boon on melee weapon attacks. Is that only when I'm making an attack, I guess?
Yeah, I don't think this is an attack. It doesn't have the attack.
Okay. Yeah, I'll spend 1.
Spend 1 rage. Okay, 11 damage on that strike. He is done. Shadow's turn.
I'm teleported here with Black Ash teleport. I'm going to hide.
That's good.
A boon on that. And then I am going to... it's just fade, isn't it? Yeah, let's just do a fade. So again, this is with... I think, is this with 1 boon?
Are you attacking Octavia?
Yes, indeed. So that's 1 boon on that. So that is 13, and I'm going to spend my victory, so that's 17 damage.
Octavia's going to use Shields Up. It's a triggered. Creature intent attacks you. Magic. Reduce damage by 5. So what was your damage? It was
17 total.
17, so that drops that to 12. And then will knock you prone. Unless you make an 11, might resist.
Okay. So that's right. No.
I'll give the... I apologize if I didn't do this, but I'll use one of my victory things. So you get an additional 4. Sorry, I didn't update my victories. We have 4 victories.
Add 4 to the resist roll. Okay.
Yeah.
That's still only an 8. So knocks prone. Okay. Anything else, Shadow?
No, that's me done.
Okay, then we got the last kobold. Gonna go. He has speed up. He's fast. Okay, you can go 6, 7. He'll get melted there, and actually, yeah, he'll get adjacent. But he will do bury the point once per encounter on the barbarian. That's 15 damage to the barbarian. And ongoing 4 damage to the barbarian until the barbarian heals any damage. But you get to resist that barbarian. 10 agility to resist the ongoing. 6, 7, 8 to get an 8. So you do take down damage. That's on the start of every round. That'll happen. And he's used his off. And I think that's the round. Anyone else? Okay. Tavia will go again. Okay. Tavia is going to go ahead and do a maneuver called Away With You. It's on the grappled tactician. She tosses a creature. Toss 4 grappled creature of weight of 5 or less. So she'll smash you into the barbarian. You're no longer prone. You're no longer grappled. And both of you will take 3 damage.
Whenever I have the grounded ability, because I'm
nice.
a dwarf.
So 1 less,
that's
right?
Yeah, reduced by 1.
Okay, so you'll both only take 2 damage.
I take no damage.
And that was her maneuver. Then she's going to go and do an action to do a thing called Cutting Beam. Fortunately, this is going to get it whenever allies, but such is the direness of the battle. But she's Cutting Beam. It's a 1 cube 3, so it's going to get Tactician, Fury, and the Kobold east of the Fury, and then square south of that. Cutting Beam. This does 13 points damage to all of you.
And is this a weapon attack?
It is. It is. Yes.
I would like to parry that.
Go for it.
And that'll half the damage, and then I'll spend 1 focus to reduce it by a further 1d6.
Go for it. Click the button.
Oh, I
Nice.
can't
So you
take
have it
back.
from 13 to 6, then cut it back to 2 more. So both of you take 2 damage from the cutting laser beam.
Okay, I take no damage.
So that was the cutting beam. This one has. Let's see what was that. Cutting beam. What else we got? Attack. That was an action. Trigger. Okay. Next time. Looks like 3 of you want to go. 2 of you want to go next.
So what I was hoping to do, but I'm happy to not go, but I'll share what I was hoping to do, is I have an ability that could possibly knock Octavia prone, which would give boons on attacks, and then if she's able to be knocked prone, because I don't know about like flying and different stuff like that. That would also do good damage, and then I can use a maneuver to heal. I have a free maneuver that I can use to heal the barbarian or the tactician at the same
Go for
time.
it. That sounds like a plan to me.
Go for it.
Okay, cool. All right, I will first use my maneuver, my free maneuver called Healing Grace. And I will spend 2 virtue. So the barbarian or the fury can take 2 recoveries.
Okay.
And I will also add my victory, so you can add 4 to that recovery. And so you should be healed up pretty well, Fury. And then I will also use my Punishing Smite.
So the ongoing damage question, it's not a type damage, so unless you resist all damage,
It is. I have immunity 3 flat.
then you
To
resist it.
anything.
Yep.
Okay, so I took the one.
Punishing
from that, but
Smite,
now
okay. 1 wrath. Gonna knock her prone. Gonna do some holy damage. 12, looks like 12 holy damage to her. She's gonna do shields up again. Trigger. Reduce the damage by 5, so that's down to 7. She'll knock you prone unless you make an 11 might resist it.
She also has to make
You're
an
knocking her
11
prone
might.
with 11 might to resist. You got her. Down she goes.
She got me.
She kind of sliding down the shingle roof a little bit. I'll just leave her where she's at. But prone. We're at second here.
I just wanted to make sure I got 2 recoveries and a +4, correct?
It could be +8. Give me 1 second.
Victory heal. Hero gain 8, regain health with recovery. It's just a one-time.
Regain. Yeah, one-time thing. So yeah, you regain
2 recoveries +4.
4. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's past my math.
So you're probably just at max.
To your max.
Yeah.
Stopping it. Max. Okay, nice. Anything else, Conduit?
So what's the difference between a maneuver and a free maneuver?
Free maneuver you can do as many times as you want. I mean, usually once per
Like,
encounter.
can I do a maneuver and a free maneuver?
Yeah. You can
Or-
do both. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I will use my movement as a maneuver in order to get up and also get like out of that range.
Okay. Nice. After you, Octavia will go again. Octavia will use one of her villain powers. Healing Beam. Keyword magic. Distance 10. Self and each ally. She regains 25 health. Each ally regains 10 health who is within 10 of her. This guy is not injured. That guy's not injured. Don't count. Okay. She did that as her action. Healing Beam. And then as her maneuver, she's going to do Rocket Fire. Fires her thrusters and a pulse. Each enemy who is adjacent to her. She moves up to half her speed, so they'll be standing up in 1 square. Firing her thrusters and a pulse. Each enemy who is adjacent to her during the move takes 5 fire damage. So 5 fire damage to that tactician and 5 fire damage to Fury. And she's prone. She's done. Next to go after Octavia. Three of you ready?
Was that
Let's
a
go.
weapon attack? Or was that an
Okay.
attack? That was an attack, right? Against me and an ally?
No, her thrusters was not.
Okay.
The thrusters was just rocket fire.
Also, the taunt lasts until the end of my next turn.
Okay, it wasn't. And who had her
Yeah.
taunted?
That's the tactician.
Tactician. So she has to stay next to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, guys, I was gonna try to hit her with the stunning one that will stun her, so she.
Yeah, I was gonna
Or
use.
aid.
I was gonna hit her and use a couple recoveries so I don't die.
I'd let probably the tactician go first.
Okay,
Yep, makes sense.
go for it.
All right, so I'm gonna spend 3 focus and use inspiring attack, and I can use that recovery on myself. I'm assuming.
Hero and 5
Yep.
recovery. Yeah. Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna use 1 recovery there, and then I'm gonna use my maneuver to use another recovery. So that'll be 2 recoveries, and then I'm
Actually,
gonna use.
unfortunately, unless you have a special power, recoveries are actions.
Potion.
You can take
Oh,
potion.
potion,
yeah.
potion. Sorry,
You can do the
sorry,
potion. Yeah, and that doesn't spend a recovery. You get hit points back without spending it.
Nice.
Potions are strong.
Yeah.
I was about to. Where's the
There's no button for
Potion.
that. Your healing for the tactician is 20. You heal 20 with a recovery or a healing potion. So you get 40 hit points back there.
Very nice.
40 health.
Excellent.
We'll get the going one day. Okay. Anything else, tactician?
Let's see.
You did
Nope.
hit her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I hit her.
I took the damage off.
I think that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. We will have, let's see. Shape will have those little minions go next. So
Sorry, did you get that I taunted her again?
the tactician did.
Yes.
Uh,
Because that's a free maneuver.
it's a free maneuver. Yes, you can talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then comes the little Tyros. We got, we're going to move there and there and attack the tactician twice. You're doing 4 and 2, 6 total damage.
I strike back at them.
Then Shadow or Town Fury strike back. Face an enemy attached to you.
Oh.
You did a lot of damage. You killed that one and that one. Nicely done.
I'll go, if that's all right, and I'll try to, what is it? Dagger of the Mind, Octavia.
Okay. And 3,
Sorry,
actually, you
Tom?
can do 3 different creatures with it.
Yep. Oh, sorry, Octavia, the one in the east of me,
Next to you. Okay.
and the one east of the Fury.
Got it. Oh, and you rolled good in your strain check, too.
Yep. Don't take a strain.
Days
And
on
on
all
a-
these guys. Can we roll some resistance rolls?
I'm going to Draining Magic the resistance roll of Octavia.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, what is that?
What is that? Is that your victory?
No, it's an ancestry thing. It says when another
Oh.
creature within 20 squares of you makes a resistance roll, you force them to do it with 2 banes.
New magic. 2 Banes,
Nice.
1 Spring Counter. Okay. So I was rolling for the Legionnaires, the one to the northeast. It's a Reason Resist fails, so he's dazed. The one by you, Reason Resist roll. He's dazed. Not resist roll. Deal with Octavia. 9, 10, 11, 12. But 2 Banes brings it down to 9. So she is dazed.
Yes.
Nice.
Right.
And is chance strikes, are those considered triggered?
They are triggered. So if you got them dazed, they can't do it
I
on
could
you.
move away from that guy then.
Okay. After the talent, let's see here. We'll do the Dazed Legionnaire. You just move. So he gets only 1 action, and so he will charge you. It's basic attack only on his attack. No effect. Body stab. Doing 11 damage.
I will trigger that. Heal it. Nice.
Nice.
Thank you.
And for all of you, just so we don't forget while we're fighting, although we're almost done, right? When you trigger an action, so we recall it for the rest of the round, go ahead and put like a clock on your guy. You know, you
Okay, cool.
used your triggered action.
Yep.
3 triggered actions don't put a clock on, only the capital T actions. That was that legendary shadow.
Okay. I'm going to stand from prone, move into range 4 of Octavia. I've been watching Octavia for a bit now, and I think I've got an understanding of how this armor is put together. I'm going to burn 5 insight, use Assassinate.
Nice.
Yes. Dope. I'm gonna trigger as well on that and give that a boon.
Okay. So
Is
that's
that
good.
6 plus 19?
plus 4. So 29 so far. Ally at 8, make an attack. That okay, 1 boon. Any other triggers? Otherwise, it's 29 damage. And were you hidden back there?
I wasn't, sadly, no. I
Okay,
had to
so-
stand from prone.
29
And,
damage. Nice hit.
well, actually, that's a question. Can I attack from prone?
Yeah, but there's a Bane involved, so it just offsets being hidden.
So there's no point. Okay, fine. Yeah. But-
Okay, nice shot. Finish your move wherever you want to go. Their turn. Legionnaire, go after the Barbarian.
yeah, so I'm going to stay put.
So you're going to try a shield bash on the Barbarian. This does 9 damage to you. It's a weapon attack. It'll knock you prone unless you make a 10 might resist roll. No
Yeah.
problem for you. Okay, and then anyone left in the party? Should be one
Is that the
person.
guy in front of me? It's me, I think.
Fury.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Was he still taunting me, or is that from the end of his last turn?
Let me double check. I think it's just till the end of his turn. End of target's next turn. It was till the end of your turn. And he
Man,
went.
ouch.
I don't remember if he went out. If your turn's come up yet since he went.
He went before me because
Okay,
I went.
so no longer.
Okay,
Yeah, that in.
okay. Then I'm going to speed. Yeah.
When you healed, so you're on the damage.
Right. And then whirlwind. And then I get 1 boon from rage.
Nice. 14 damage.
I think I already added the thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's a weapon attack, and these guys got shield, so they resist 3 of them. Okay. Fury's turn. I should have one guy left, being this kobold here, next to the Fury. Already did his bury the point, so now he's going to do long spear, little arms, doing 14 damage to the weapon, and that should be end of turn. So all your triggers reset.
I struck back already.
Block some guys. Block. Nothing else, I think, resets. Then the dazes are till the end of your next turn. Is that right?
Yeah.
Daze till the end of the target's next turn, actually. So they've
Oh,
gone since they were dazed.
I think I
She is not
gave
gone.
you yeah.
No, Dagger of the Mind says, or be dazed until the end of your next turn.
Right.
On my sheet.
Oh, it says yours?
Yeah.
Not
on the
theirs.
character sheet.
Not the end of the targets. Okay. All right. Next to go. Okay, so first round, Octavia will go first. And she's for sure dazed either way. One action. And no triggered actions till daze ends. So she's going to do her Villain of Power targeting beam. Target gives off each enemy in a 5 burst. That's all of you are going to be in this targeting beam. 0 burst 5. Last Villain Power. Everyone takes 11 damage. And every of you will glow and grant 2 boon till the end of the encounter or Octavia is defeated. 11 agility resists. If you fail that 11 agility resist, like a purple circle. Guy that. Any triggers on that damage before we start applying it?
Yeah, I'll do mine. Shield. Oh, look at that.
Nice. I think that's only one target.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I would do it on me.
Okay.
'cause-
Okay. Everyone else can take the 11 damage. Everyone else put the purple circle if you don't make the 11 agility resist check. You guys are rolling lights out. An 11 spray.
I'm going to have, in all this confusion, I'm going to halve that damage and teleport 3.
Nice. If you teleport out of the range of the attack, take 6 more. The attack range was 5.
Okay. She's,
Actually,
is that good?
No, one more.
One more.
Because all squares count as only one.
wasn't there something where if I'm minus the damage down to 0 that I don't suffer the effect?
Yes. That's
So I
do not glow.
do not glow.
So I did not make it, right? The
Yes, and so put a purple circle.
purple.
Okay, that was, let's see. This is her first turn, and she stays still, I believe. Dagger the Mind. Target will succeed. Be dazed on your next turn, yeah. Okay, so if the talent goes last in the round, they'll be dazed all round.
Excellent. Makes a lot of sense.
So next to go is Conduit or Tactician.
I was going to heal and then do something that would make the next attack against her have a boon. But we don't. I'm happy to. I was going to heal the
Is that okay,
talent.
Tactician?
Yeah,
Go
go ahead. Conduit, after you.
Go for it.
Okay. Cool. So I will use my free maneuver, healing grace. I'll spend my last heroic resource of 1 virtue. So talent, you get to take a recovery, spend a recovery.
Thank you.
And then I will, let me, real quick. Yep. I will use another maneuver to spend my own recovery. That was a free maneuver, and then I'll spend my own recovery.
Recovery's an action, I think, right?
Recovery is an action.
Oh, well then I won't. We all have a potion though, right?
You can drink a potion as a maneuver, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Cool. And then I will use. Let me just double check. I'm in range. I am in range. We'll use my blessed light ability. But I gain 1 wrath and 1 virtue. Okay,
And the next
so
attack
that-
is going to get 1 boon.
and it gets 1 boon, so that's 5 damage.
Okay. I got the damage, and it's the light purple. And if you're done, Octavia.
Oh, I get banes on that though, right? So there's 2 banes on that attack.
From
The purple dot that I have, right?
They get boons for
they get
attacking
boons
us.
to attack you. 'cause
They
you're
get
lit up.
boons to attack me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
'cause you're lit up.
That's, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you did 5. Finish your move where you want, and then Octavia's going to go. Octavia is going to use Armor Punch again on the Tactician. 12 points damage to the Tactician. Let's see what's the trigger. And grappling. And then Octavia's done. Tactician, your turn.
All right. I'm just reading up on what exactly grappled is.
So you can get out of a grapple with a break maneuver. Break, grapple, a might or an agility to resist. The DC is going to be their target number, which is 7 plus their might. So that's going to be a DC or a TN of 10 to break out.
Okay.
Oh, and they're bigger than you, so you'd have 1 Bane on that roll. 10 with the Bane. It's hard to make.
I'm just gonna use an ability on them. I'm gonna use Hammer and Anvil,
Okay. Nice.
and then I'm gonna have either the Conduit or the Talent, whichever one does higher damage with their basic attack, because they're both magic, right? They're not weapon attacks.
Mine is not a weapon attack.
Mine is also not a weapon attack.
Yeah, you guys are both in range, so whoever wants to shoot him, go ahead.
Mine's 2d6 plus 3. What's
I
yours?
think they
Tom?
all are. I think they all are.
Yeah.
Okay. You did 12 damage to the armor, and go ahead with the attack.
I am 2d6 plus 6, by the way,
Wow.
Same here.
Fury is, yeah.
but it's a weapon attack.
But the Fury is actually, your basic attack is Mighty Strike Fury, which has a range of.
Oh,
But a weapon. I don't know why you, weapon
It is-
thing you didn't want to trigger.
He was
the
worried
thing.
about that thing having resistance, I think.
Yeah.
I actually would have used it on the Fury. I just
Okay.
assumed that the Fury was out of range.
Yeah, go for it, Fury. Well, the
Where's my...
Mighty Strike. All right. 8.
And
And it's 14 plus 2 more, right? 16.
And it's a boon because of my rage.
When you're raging, so 20.
Wow.
All right. With the hammer and anvil, as you're held aloft by Octavia, you strike her. The Fury throws the drill spear into her, it bores through the armor, and kills the kobold within. You guys are victorious. Octavia falls dead. As she
Wow.
does, however, the suit self-destructs and explodes, doing 10 fire damage to everyone within 2 squares of her.
Ow.
So she blows up. The armor slides down, and then gets hung up here on the edge of the tower. The kobolds flee in every direction. You can chase them down and mop them up as you like, capture a few of them, and you are victorious. That is the end of the adventure.
Wow.
You guys are, you'll be able to return where Lady Rana will hail you as heroes. She'll offer to let you keep the clock tower as your permanent residence, hoping that the presence of heroes prevents any other opportunists from trying to take over Talia's work. You pick up jetpacks from the various kobolds, so you have a whole bunch of jetpacks, which have some charges to them. They can do it 2 more times, basically, each. So basically, there was enough that you each got 2 jetpacks. You each have a potion of healing if you haven't used it. You got the bag, drill spear, and Talia's tools. And that is it. So what do you guys think?
Very nice, Tom. Thank you.
Fun.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
it was.
yeah, thanks, Tom.
There's a
Very well
lot
run.
going on, isn't there? And you got to track those. You got to track those triggers. I mean, they're super
Yeah, I
important.
missed that to start with.
They're super
Yeah,
important.
the only
That's
time
how
I
you
actually
save
got
yourself.
hit properly, I missed it.
Yeah.
I would say that my trigger was like the thing that I used the most, like, and it was the thing to be the most like strategic with. It's like,
Yeah.
when are you going to use the trigger?
Yeah.
Um,
I kind of like that, how it forces you to pay attention the whole time,
Yeah.
mhm.
right? It's like, oh, my turn's done. I'm going to go get a drink. No, you got to be
Right,
paying
yeah.
attention when it's not your turn.
Yeah, definitely. It's good design.
Yeah.
Yes. I also loved being powered up like the further we went in.
Yeah.
Like, it really
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
super fun that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything for me was building up to that assassinate move.
That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
That does some serious
so
damage.
dope.
All right, guys. Thanks for playing.
Oh man, thanks for running it. Really
Bet.
appreciate it.
Talk to y'all later.
Yeah,
Yep. Thanks
absolutely.
very much.